Hello everybody, welcome to CPL Match of the Week. I'm Neblime, here with me is Coach-Pupil. Say hello, Coach-Pupil, if you exist.
Hello, Coach-Pupil, if you exist.
He's real. He's real. I knew you were going to do the whole thing. You always do that. Anyway, we're here with another Match of the Week here. Apologies for anyone who missed it yesterday, but like I said in the announcement, this one's just going to be twice as good in half the time, make up for it. We have some Tier 2 action today. We're looking at the Gloriously Overpowered Sexy Unicorns against the 4 Pool Lifeguards. Some Tier 2 matches coming at you. Let's just start this game. What else is there to say? Warmest of gateways, says Subman in chat. That is a betrayal. You can't call him that. Call the CPL police.
We don't have the cheese police anymore.
Yeah.
All we have is lifeguards. I don't think they have the authority.
That is a big downgrade, to be honest. Anyway, we'll get into that in a minute. In the 12 o'clock spawn position, in the black, we have Queen. And the bottom left, in the magenta, we have Ocoini. Now, it's Ocoini for GOSU and Queen for 4 Pool Lifeguards, of course. TVP here on Silford. Start off our cast today. So yes, on the topic of lifeguards versus police, I mean, you know, I feel like the police can do a lot more for you than lifeguards can. Lifeguards only help you if you're drowning.
True.
It's not CPL without the ubiquitous lag problems. Ocoini coming out from Norway though, damn.
Cool.
Nice. We should do a
Alright,
poll.
we'll see.
Sorry, you go.
I was going to say, we'll see if they're still fine with the turn rate, like later when there's like a drop being microed or something.
That's when they start mentioning it again? Yeah, that's right. So, I was going to say we should do a poll, see what the, what the hell? Hang on. So, people watching the stream will know that I'm having a bit of a problem here. See, cool, wait, you don't know that anything is wrong. Okay, there we go.
Right.
I got a message on the screen. I'm like, oh, I have to set to disturb. I thought I did that, so I did it, and then it tells me I'm set to online. I do it again, it tells me the same thing. So I don't know, Blizzard's doing something today, but I've successfully disabled DMs, even though I thought I had already, so we're good to go.
Nice.
This probe's coming up here. That's right, even if it's just a probe in your base, you're like, actually, you know what, I need turn rate 24 low. I don't think I can do this. Right, well, Queen immediately gonna start harassing it. Who's harassing who, I ask you?
Yeah. Self-defense going on here.
Police never helps you though, says GOSU, I guess. Look, I've never been drowning though. What have lifeguards ever done for me? Actually, there was one time I almost got swept out to sea, but there were no lifeguards around.
Dang, were you at a beach with no lifeguards? I mean, you can't really blame them for that.
It was like a pretty tame beach, or so I thought. I was like a kid, you know.
Yeah. I think the last interaction that I had with a lifeguard was probably being whistled at for running.
Yeah, that's basically 90% of what they do, right?
Yeah.
They're just talking about like a swimming pool, right? Obviously, they don't care at the beach, do they?
Right.
Oh man, this probe might actually die the way this is going. So, we see no gas for Ocoini here. Gonna go for that gasless expand. Queen getting the scout easily enough. Man, this probe, it's kind of in danger. Needs to be careful.
You definitely don't want to lose that. It's really important to keep this alive. Like, you know, it will have to leave the base when the Marine comes out, but like, just having it out in time to like see, is there a bunker? Is there an expansion?
Yeah.
It's pretty handy to have alive, and it seems like Ocoini will keep it alive. Oh, and right as I say that, goes back into the main.
Oh, well.
What is this?
Is that? Oh, I thought that was a forge for a second. Yeah, we're going to see a shield battery, it looks like. Ocoini apparently judging that Queen is not going to be able to defend these zealots very well, although I don't know what the basis is for that. Well, there's a bit of a delay there even from the SCV. And these Marines are like, alright, go away. What are you doing? What are you doing here, Ocoini? Like, okay, the zealot's coming up, but as long as you pull a few SCVs, I mean, I don't see why Queen should have any problem with this. 3 Marines are already out. There's the shield battery, but it's back here, and there's no pylon to support it. Queen not reacting, though! Needs to pull those Marines back. Oh, some hits go down. Well,
a lot of damage on the Marines. But it's all spread out.
Micro, but not relying on any SCVs whatsoever. It's honestly a mistake to fight the Zealot head on. And now one Marine falls. I think this Zealot will die, but it has done a lot of damage. No one's coming away. Queen kind of stubbornly refusing to pull any SCVs, and this is a common mistake, I feel like. When Zealots coming at you, you can just, if you're not like 100% confident, you don't have your SimCity near where you're fighting, you just send some SCVs in. They're good units. But the factory is finished, and the Vulture's coming out. Another pylon going down. Looks like going to attempt a pylon prison here, but how many pylons do you need? Okay, unfortunately, that's not where the Vulture pops out. I don't know if Ocoini's aware.
I think that's to block the machine shop, but I don't know if you can walk to do that
surely, yeah, Queen is not thinking about a machine shop right now.
Yeah.
Like that Vulture is anything keeping her alive. Alright, does pop out. SCV's pulled to hit the shield battery now. Not caring about the Zealots so much, but the Zealots are going to get cleaned up by the Vulture. The thing about this is there was no SCV damage whatsoever, and Protoss has spent a lot of minerals and all this stuff. So as long as Terran can stabilize, get a bunker at the front. Oh my god, that Marine. Oh my god, that Vulture. Well, can Terran stabilize? Let's see. Another Vulture pops out. Well, it looks like
there's one hit from death.
Yeah, with a bit of micro there, that's no obstacle for a Vulture. Or is it? Oh.
No!
The last possible second.
Oh, close.
Okay, problem is the Dragoon's on the way down now, and Queen has not maintained Marine production, so there's not much to stop it at the front. The Vulture can like kind of run around and go harassing Ocoini's base, but I don't know if that's really going to be that helpful if the Dragoon's in your base hitting your stuff. Well, they all will meet in the middle of the map. Okay, get a couple of hits in. Uh-oh. Okay, Marines are being made now. As long as Queen gets a bunker up, I think the game will go on. Because, yeah, Protoss has no expansion here. Protoss taking fast, though. And, you know, Queen actually cut SCVs for a considerable time during that harassment. Look at this. This Vulture going to get in, though. Why did no goons pop out? There's a big gap there. Uh-oh. Counter damage going to go down here. Decent SimCity makes it a bit harder for this Vulture to get in. But it will get in. You can't really stop it.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think about, like, goons. Oh, my God. The probes do the citizen's arrest on the Vulture, but look at
is that what you call it?
Yeah, but look at how these goons are going to struggle to get through the SimCity. Like,
well, at the same time, though, in the Terran base, the shield battery. Never mind me mocking it, it's coming in clutch right now. These SCVs actually have to retreat from a goon, an unheard of event. Because of that shield battery. It looks like Queen kind of has just enough, but she really needs to get that bunker out there, or else the goons are just going to keep coming. Man, this Vulture needs to do something too. Reaver's going to be coming out, there's a support bay on the way. Alright, once again. So, is it a citizen's arrest when SCVs attack goons? I feel like that's more of a lynching, to be honest. Okay, more goons coming up here. But yeah, again, with no bunker, I mean, the thing is, if you're going to go for two factory, you're going to give up on the command center. I feel like you're going to need a tank here. Alright, fight continuing. Tank is on the way. Mine's on the way as well. No observer's going to come out very soon, because I assume a Reaver's going to come out right away. Again, this Vulture in Ocoini's base not being put to good use.
Yeah, it's hard. I feel like the real damage of this attack from Protoss has been just, like, the psychic damage and, like, messing up the plan.
Well, you know, Protoss love using their Sonic Storms. It's just another version of that, right?
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, and I have to say, it seems like Queen wasn't really, you know, prepared for the best response. And, you know, you really need to get that bunker up, as we've seen. The tank getting stuck.
Oh, the tank getting blocked!
Oh, it does pull back. It does pull back a little bit, but, I mean, you need to go repair that. You need to go repair that. No, don't get it in there. Oh, my God. The goon's getting low, shield battery out of energy, so maybe Queen can stabilize here. And you know what? Protoss is still on one base. The worker count not great for Terran, but honestly, it's not terrible. If Protoss never expands, if Terran can hold everything thrown at them, the game will go on. Now, the shuttle's leaving the base with a probe in it. Ooh, sneaky. Not sure if that's really necessary, to be honest, but okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Like Terran isn't... Yeah, like Terran is putting mines in their own base to not die. They're not gonna
do you really need to hide your second base here?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Although it could mess up Terran with the scouting if they're looking for a second base, they can't find one. Okay, with these mines, absolutely, Protoss can't come in here, and if they try, that's a mistake. But the shuttle is coming. But you know what? Seems like Queen is wise to this. Already has a eBay on the way, but will it be done in time? I think if turrets start immediately, oh, tanks! Oh my gosh, you gotta be careful. If turrets start immediately, there might be time here. But how much money does Queen really have?
Not a lot.
Oh, tank gonna get picked off. Oh my gosh. Playing with fire here. Getting Vulture speed, not siege mode, interestingly. Not sure how Queen's going to take the expand. The turrets are on the way, or at least a turret. Okay, is that turret blocking the gas? I guess not. A couple turrets on the way. The shuttle's moving across. Shuttle speed is on the way, but not going to be done for this attack. Will Queen be able to hold? There's a bunch of Marines too, actually, so I don't really see this Reaver being able to get in here. The only issue is no siege mode. Oh, look at those Zealots. They were ready.
Yeah, I think the drop should be defended.
The
like, he doesn't have to walk around all these mines. Yeah,
the entire Terran
the worst angle. Yeah.
The only problem Terran has is, though, they have to move out and take their natural against a Reaver, and Siege Raiders are just starting. Second turret here's going to finish, or third turret, just in the nick of time, I think. And yeah, I don't think Protoss wants to commit here. I think this is just going to be a mistake. Then again, there's a gap, apparently. Bit too far back from the cliff. So unfortunately, put it over here. It's so frustrating when that happens, but you gotta put it close and make sure you lock down every position. Man, I don't know about this. Ocoini, well, Queen wasn't really paying attention.
Big Scarab hit on the tanks.
Yeah. Oh. And half the Terran army is not participating here. Half of it's just chilling over here doing nothing. So, pretty good damage so far. And once again, the SCV count looking pretty bad for Terran right now, especially with this expansion coming up.
Yeah, Protoss finally getting that a hidden base up, putting like a ton of pylons to wall off there.
Yeah.
But if Terran's not expanding at all, it's probably worth it. And we do have an observer here breaking down the mines.
Well, Siege Raid's done, but they're a bit far back. Oh, come on, one step closer. There you go.
Oh, the Reaver is back in the Terran main, by the way. Shuts down that turret that was being built. Now the Reaver's going to try to drop in the mineral lines of the turret here, but doesn't quite cover the whole thing.
Can the Scarab get in there? Oh, that wasn't real. That was big. That was terrifying, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Reaver. Okay, good pickup.
Oh, man, this is really scary for both players.
Yeah, right? This is a crazy game. Honestly, Terran feels like they're almost on their last legs. They need to get an expand or do something, because Protoss economy is going to get way out of control with the second base up. And they are inching out here, but even affording a CC is going to be pretty bad. Oh, that Reaver. Oh,
my God.
Oh, that was probably almost worth it at the end of the day. But honestly, the Reaver's very low now. You know, I wonder... No, I was going to say, can Terran push here if they kill the Reaver? But I'm looking at it, and no, I don't think they can. Because with these 3 gates and a 4th one coming up, I don't think Terran would ever be able to get anything done here. But again, Terran needs to do something. You can't just sit here on one base and wait until Protoss takes the map.
Yeah. I mean, it's rough. Like, now Queen's like only tanks. There's tanks and 1 Vulture, and like pulling the boys is not going to help against a Reaver. Well,
I mean, SCVs are pretty good. Yeah, I mean, looks like the idea is just to skewer the natural, I think.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see, actually. Okay, maybe not. The Reaver's ready, though. Oh, huge hit.
Oh my God, the Scarab hits are gigantic.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Oh, nice micro there. Gets the Zealots into tank and shoots another beautiful Scarab. Tank's getting very bruised here. One of them is like 1 HP or whatever that is. 2 HP, it turns out. Rip Marine. Yeah, there's no anti-air here at all for Queen. Oh, that goon targeting the wrong tank, unfortunately. But here comes the Scarab. Gets another tank.
Another tank was down.
Yeah, beautifully microed by Ocoini so far.
There's so much value being extracted from this Reaver.
Oh, and another Reaver's ready. Oh, no. Oh, no. You thought it was over. It had only just begun. But Terran's continuing to rally. Terran's not giving up on this attack. I mean, I don't know. Where's Protoss units? They got 4 gates, but nothing's coming out. What if they actually got other than 2 Reavers? I guess 2 Reavers is a lot.
Well, honestly, the fact that it's 2 separate shuttles is probably worse because it's so much harder to micro.
Yeah, true, actually. And there's no ATS, so it's not like the shuttle's going to die or anything. I mean, Terran can siege up here, but honestly, just lift that Zealot and Goon and start dropping whatever you've got. I think you include this up pretty well. Oh, and Terran not rallying, not producing, but then again, this position does look pretty deadly. Ooh, Vulture's coming in. Need to watch out for those Reavers. Every unit's so important here. Normally you lose a Vulture, you're not really too stressed, but in this situation, Queen's economy is very poor, only 1 base. Every unit's super impactful.
Yeah, you know, like, the joke's about the hidden base, but I think it might actually be...
Turns out, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes
we're trying to friendly fire these tanks, but the tanks are actually focused fired away from the Zealot, which is pretty nice.
Well, the Reavers are still... Yeah. Oh, well, can he kill it? Not with Vultures alone, I don't think. Honestly, it's been pretty efficient for Terran so far. If Terran was expanding behind this, I'd say this attack's been worth it, but Terran has neglected to do so, saving up almost 1,000 minerals instead. And so, where does this really go from here? Really, is that really the best use of your Reaver? Okay, I mean, seems pretty brave.
Yeah, somewhat.
I guess. Yeah. Oh, run away. Nice.
We're gonna drop these Zealots on these remaining 2 tanks, which will have to retreat here.
Yeah, so it looks like we pushed back.
Or just stay there and die. Yeah.
Still no expansion. Protoss happily mining away there. Citadel hidden at the third, which is interesting. I wonder if a Templar will go down here. Now the CC is going to go. You really need to get that when you leave your base, not when the push is dead, right? Because imagine it was already up, you had a bunch of SCVs, you know, you'd be looking alright here. But now I'm really worried for Terran. Like I have been the whole game. Honestly, Terran hasn't been any closer to losing since like the 5-minute mark, but they haven't gotten any closer to winning either. Okay, the shuttle's coming in for revenge. Once again, no turrets covering this spot. The turret coverage very poor, but it's only zealots, interestingly, and you know, technically these two tanks just micro that down because they don't have speed or anything.
Yeah.
Very weird drop. And you know what, they're all injured as well. So, well, he's gonna get in there.
One last hurrah for the zealots.
Well, he got a SCV. I'm not sure if it was worth 4 zealots. I doubt it.
Yeah.
Okay, Protoss still only on 2 bases here. I mean, if they're not going to try and take third, they're just powering up on a bunch of gateways. Man, if Queen can defend, definitely there could be a comeback for Terran here. If Protoss is just intent on busting. Needs to cover the spots of turrets, though. Oh, she heard me. There you go. Okay, looks like there is coverage now. But with 2 speed shuttles, you can absolutely get in there. The question is, you know, you're willing to pay the price of losing a shuttle or 2. Oh, Vulture's leaving. There's a bunch of tanks to defend, but the Vultures are going to be a key unit here. There's lots of Zealots as well. Alright, here we go. Landing between 2 turrets, getting hit by both of them. The perfectly wrong spot. Even that eBay helping out, giving vision. That second shuttle, almost dead. Oh my god, here come the Reavers. Pull the SCVs out of there, man. Pull the SCVs out!
Yeah, just transfer workers.
Okay, they're kind of glitching out.
They're having a rough time getting through all of these buildings, but still
okay,
a lot of damage.
Deflected. Queen deflects the attack. Everything is fine. For now. In fact, that was pretty costly for Protoss because they lost a whole shuttle of 4 zealots again, as well as you know, taking a lot of damage on those Reavers. All they killed was turrets, so I think Terran should be pretty happy with that. Looks like third base was thought about being taken, but not enough money right now. Are you really coming in here again? I don't know about this. This could
shuttle
be a big
so
mistake.
low, turret finishes.
Ooh.
2 Reavers go down.
Okay, well, Protoss is 40 supply ahead, but it's mostly in probes. There are a bunch of zealots. Queen absolutely has the force to defend her base for now. We'll see what Protoss wants to do from here. Third base is going up. Oh! Terran found the hidden second base, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah, it feels bad when you find this, you're like, oh my god, this whole time. And you have to leave,
Yeah,
there's nothing you can do.
The worst is when you find a hidden base and the minerals are really low.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
right.
oh no.
Yeah. Okay, not much saturation on this natural for Terran either.
Oh my god, we're seeing the Reaver crawl all the way to the Terran natural right now.
Well, the like, Protoss zealots sprint.
Yeah.
The tortoise in the hair or something.
Exactly.
The zealots lost because they were too eager and ran into minefields, and the Reaver just crawls its way to victory. Man, this is scary, but I mean, with the mines up, as long as these tanks come out, which they're not right now, they're kind of just idling the main. If Queen reinforces, I feel like there's definitely enough here of all these vultures, but the question is, oh, you need to siege up. You need to siege up right now. Oh my god, this is so scary.
Please. Siege.
No, don't go out! This is the worst possible scenario. But Protoss intimidated, and actually maybe rightly so, because there's a lot of stuff, but I mean, if Protoss just waits for the right engage here. Where is the shuttle? There's no shuttles left?
No, there's one being built right now, but it's not going to be there for a few seconds longer.
If Protoss just moved in there, I think they would have taken that fight. And, you know, Queen kind of being very aggressive, not really afraid of the Protoss army, so that's, you know, got to shout out to the courage.
Reaver's out in the front.
Wait, what is this?
3 Archons.
What the? Where did they come from? I saw Templars being made, but I assumed we'd see Storm.
Oh my
Terran
God.
needs to use siege mode. Oh, they're about to get destroyed here. Okay, finally a siege. That Scarab had no... That Reaver had no Scarab, so it's instant to leave. The shuttle's like, alright, I'm here to pick you up. Okay.
There is one more Reaver down here with this army. I can't believe we have 3 Archons. Like, I don't think I've ever seen an Archon built by Protoss when they weren't, like, about to die.
Right?
And just had, like, 2,000 gas.
Not counting when, you know, you drop the Templars around at energy and you're like, I guess I'll morph them, because that never finishes, right? Okay, loading up here. Terran's still no anti-air. I guess deciding the best defense is a good offense, just putting the units out here, forcing Protoss to deal with them, but I'm very worried that as soon as Ocoini kind of, you know, has the guts to attack this, it's going to be destroyed completely. I mean, this Protoss army is just better than what Terran has here. Okay, there is a Goliath now. Wait, what's in this shuttle? Ooh, Reaver. Still doing the Reaver drops. 17 minutes in the game.
Hey, if it works.
Has it been working though? Honestly, the Reavers dropping in the main have been pretty bad for Protoss, I would say. The Reavers fighting the army have worked out well, but as far as drops in the Terran base go, I think it's been very costly and inefficient for Protoss. But here we go. This might be the good one. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Straight in the middle line, 2 Zealots along with it. There's no tank there with Siege here.
How did that first Scarab fail? There was literally nothing there. Oh,
dude, who knows?
Okay, well, Queen does pull the workers, doesn't respond quickly with the units, though. Protoss is going to lift up here and leave. Uh-oh, there's no turrets on this side. The workers are very concentrated.
Oh my god, all the workers are concentrated in these like 3 mineral patches.
Okay, back and forth. We're doing the dance. Meanwhile, Terran pushing forward. No. A shuttle flying over the Terran army, getting harassed by the
Oh my god, so many SCVs. Oh, but the Reaver hits a vulture.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? Anything but the actual sweet spot. Anything but. The Terran army's getting destroyed, but I don't want to miss the...
yeah, who cares about that?
Oh, there it is. Okay, it's happened. Now we can look at the Terran army. And as predicted, this Terran army is just not big enough to be all the way out on the map like this. And Protoss able to clean that up as soon as it overextends. GG. The apostrophe GG. I don't know what that gets short for, but there you go. Man, Protoss kind of seized the initiative there and didn't let go, despite Queen trying to be aggressive in return. You just can't advance with an inferior army with Terran.
Yeah, you'd be very sure that you're ahead when you push out his turn.
For sure. That was a very aggressive game. I have to say, I think it was a good call going for the Zealot, because it did seem like Queen didn't really know what to do there. Like, you know, no SCVs, just trying to micro the Marines.
We're going to head into game 2 here on Good Night.
Yes, alright. I hope this cast finishes on good night. Anyway, in the top right, in the peach, we have Ocoini, currently up 1 game in this best of 3. And the bottom left, in the blue, we have Queen. There's sun on Ocoini's screen. Oh, you know, because like coming in through the window, what a pain.
Yeah.
My old house, I had that set up where it was pretty bad. Well, Ocoini, we can't see it on the cast, so that's okay. As long as you don't ruin my cast, I don't care how hard it is for you.
Yeah, that's why you hit blinds, I guess, right? Like,
yeah, right?
Something?
Right?
Yeah.
Or what you do is you get the sheet and you put it over your head and the monitor, so you have a little container where you're in with the
monitor.
There
you go.
That's how you do it, guys. That's the techniques. Yeah. Okay, I wonder if Ocoini will go for a Zealot again. Very successful last game. Of course, this map is very good for Nexus first. I don't know if that's sort of in the repertoire. Honestly, that Nexus is not as popular in like lower tier, I want to say. It's probably most popular in like tier 0 in CPL, comparatively. But doesn't mean it won't happen. Well, it looks like a wall.
This probe is sleeping very early.
Oh, it is too. Yeah, not looking at Nexus first, I don't think. Probably hoping to get the 1 scout and go for the gas steal or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, you can pile on scouts to go Nexus first, right? It just kind of seems not synergistic.
Right.
Because why sacrifice economy then go for an economic build, you know?
Yeah, I really don't like going for this like, oh, maybe I'll scout them first to get the gas deal. Like, it's such a big gamble.
You shut your mouth, go warpgates. That is always what I do in PvT when I'm playing Protoss.
Oh my god.
It's just a 1 in 3 chance of getting a good advantage, in my opinion. If you just get that pile and scout in, it seems pretty strong.
Yeah, but that's a 2/3 chance of wasting a bunch of money.
Well, is it though? Because, you know, you're going to scout them earlier anyhow, depending what they're doing. You know, yes, it doesn't get to the right spot first some most of the time, but it still gets to whichever spot sooner or later, compared to if you're scouting later with, like, you know, scouting on 15 or whatever. Okay, probe going to come up here. Gas, of course, finished by now. The harassment. Okay, well, SCV is pulled to help out. In fact, SCV pulls off the barracks. Not sure if that was necessary, but no Zealots on the way this time, so back change a tiny bit late, won't really matter that much. And yeah, we can see Queen traumatized after the last game, puts the strongest SimCity down here. In fact, I didn't mention it, but in the last game that was kind of an issue. The pros we see always put the stuff near the wall there on Silphid, like to the right of the base. But we didn't see Queen go for that, and I think that kind of showed why a little bit. Well, this probe, it's out for blood. Queen just ignoring it, like, okay, you're really going to kill my gas SCVs or probe? Really? Come on, dude. Alright. And now the fun time is
will be driven out.
Yes.
Yeah. I think we're about to see a natural out of Ocoini, which is like really surprising because this is like gateway core, but no units.
Well, I think, you know, you scout their cross positions, you see it's not going to be 2-fact, or do you actually? Wait a minute. It probably is going to be 2-fact now. I'm looking at the gas. But assuming that maybe it's a misinterpretation, you just think, okay, I don't need any units. Look, I don't think you really care about this much as Terran, because if you really want to make a machine shop, you just lift off, and they've spent the minerals, so it's not really that big a deal. And besides which, I'm pretty sure...
second factory.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I was going to say. Queen's going to go for a second factory, so it's not like you don't have something to spend your money on. I really question if that's worth it for Protoss. I really do.
Nah, I don't think so. Oh, just barely sees a second factory.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
At the same time, second gate did go down right away, though, so... I mean, given its cross positions, this might still work out for Ocoini. There's probably time to make a few goons. And you know what? Queen, honestly, not with a very, what would you say? Not with a very smooth build here. I'm not sure what the idea is making these no-shop vultures with 2 factory here. Like, what are you going to do with this exactly? Two goons, 3 goons even at a time are going to be coming out here. And I don't know what you're going to do with unupgraded vultures against that. There's not really any play there. So it feels like Queen kind of just throwing stuff down without much of a plan. Honestly, it felt like that last game, and I was kind of giving the benefit of the doubt because she got thrown off by that early harass. But this, I really don't know. Goon's going to be out to stop this bunker, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we'll see here. The first goons are coming. I think with yeah, right. Yeah, oh, yeah, a ton of probes here. Is bunker going to finish? No.
Yeah. Basically, these are the goons without the soul of a zealot because they're still robots, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, okay, some probes might die, but at the end of the day, like, the goons will come out, the Nexus will live, and your army is useless against goons. This is like this is an anti-zealot army. Then again, the probes, I mean, they didn't have to stay here and fight, so that was kind of a mistake in my opinion, but now these goons are out. Well, let's see. Kind of lets the vultures in. I think Ocoini really paying the price for cutting military units so much, and you know, Queen getting some good damage somehow. Man, if I cast a curse this into a win for Queen.
Oh my god, the probes are being shot out here. Well, what are the goons that's being focused by these Marines? And the probes are actually killing them.
Look at the worker count right now, though.
Yeah.
Queen is actually doing so much damage. Oh, the SCVs come up, but I'm not sure why you want to finish that when there's no Marines on the map.
Yeah, all the Marines are
literally
dead
none. Well, the SCVs can hide in it, I guess. You know, they can hit the Nexus a bit, hide in there, come out, hit the Nexus again. Well, what happens?
SCVs fight through the bunker?
No, they cannot.
Ah.
Imagine that. That'd be amazing. Dude, you do that in TVZ, although they still don't work under Swarm. I was going to say, you do that so you can defend against Swarm, but that still doesn't work. Why can't they, though? You know what? You know what, Cool Book? It's weird to write a letter to Blizzard. Because why not? Why not? You get +1 range when you're in a bunker. Come on.
Exactly.
You can't tell me SCVs aren't military units. Like, come on. Let's see what they can do to Dragoons. Alright, speaking of Dragoons, they're coming across. Mine's gonna be done just in time, looks like, for Queen. Gotta lay those down. Oh my gosh, okay, looks like it'll be just enough. In fact, Queen looks like she wants to take the fight to the goons. Well, they're absolutely not getting in this natural for an observer. The robo's halfway done. Once again, no CC for Queen. You know, I feel like Queen not really acknowledging the fact that you have to do a lot more damage than this if you're not going to expand yourself immediately. Kind of just focus so much on survival that the late game is getting like mortgaged here and there's no way to get it back. Even the pros pull back to the main. Ocoini's like, you know what, I'm not going to be fooled twice. Although, the goons, once again, production is sporadic. I would have expected more to come out. These vultures are going to cruise right on in there, it looks like, and get more probe kills. Well, or not. They're taking the time to lay mines. Oh, they missed their chance. But then again, the probes are like, actually, you know what, we do want to die.
The probes are coming down to the vultures here.
Yeah.
Oh, these mines could, you know, there's a chance that you're going to walk into this mine and blow up all these probes.
Well, that was good micro by Ocoini, deciding they need to get back in there now. Just sacrifice that goon's HP. I think it was a good move. And did not run into the one next to the probes. That could have been huge. But, you know, Queen maintaining the worker lead. The command center's a long way off, so honestly, it's most likely to equalize. The only issue I have here is that Queen's army is like a tank. I don't even count these vultures because there's plenty of goons out by this point. And the observer's on the way, so I feel like Queen's not going to have much army power for a while, but economically it's probably going to be pretty even. But look how many goons that is. It's already 7 goons here to 1 tank. I mean, I don't know. And Queen just laying so many mines here, but as soon as an observer shows up, oh my god, the early observer speed, just because, you know, mines are a key feature here, I guess.
Yeah, standard PvT right here. You get your 7-minute.
Yeah. Once the Terran has done their 2-fac no add-on vulture attack, then you go into observer speed. Oh, these vultures. Yeah, you gotta be careful about that. They look like they still want to fight. Man, Queen is aggressive, I'll say that. Queen is not afraid to go and get in the Protoss' face, but, you know, it doesn't always end well.
Yeah, it's a real bouncing act with
they're gonna
vultures.
get in!
But
The mines were just bait! Oh my god, how many mines do these
no
bad boys have?
the
Do they have mines left, or... I don't want to select
No, they're all used up. I think they're all
nice
used
SimCity
in front
again,
of the,
gonna help a lot here, but... Like, already these probes is enough damage to make this so worth it. And they're still running around. Oh, they're not gonna get past that, right? But,
Oh, trying to block. One of them does manage to get out back into the mineral line in the natural here.
And just think how much mining time is lost here besides everything else. Like, and look at the mining gap again. Queen pulling ahead. Now, Queen's work production has been extremely slack for like the past few minutes. I think she's been on 22 for like 3 or 4 minutes. But if you're killing off Protoss workers, I guess that can still keep you in. Finally, one being produced and transfer happening. So, I mean, I feel like in the last game too, it was true that Queen's macro has been weak, but the aggression kind of sometimes keeps you in the game anyway. And now there's a decent number of tanks. I didn't see siege mode. I don't think there's siege mode. There is an observer, but you know, with a few marines in the bunker and all these tanks, you can absolutely hold this number of goons. Siege mode would help though. Oh my god. Okay, for a second I thought the observer was not in range there, but it absolutely was. Man, good thing that observer speed is out. Oh, siege mode is done. Uh-oh. Ooh, careful, goons, careful! Oh my god. How's that going?
I'm very worried about how close these tanks are to these mines.
Right?
We don't see any shuttles yet, but Ocoini was pretty brutal with those shuttles in fights. It's going to be Citadel this time.
We're not seeing a
Oh my god, look at this fast observer, by the way.
I know.
Zoom in over the
Where is it? I can't find it. Oh, there it is.
It's going in right now.
It is ridiculous, isn't it? Did they have to make him that fast?
Dude, it's 150, 150. That's like...
True. Well, you know, you can see why shuttle speed costs so much, because the speed shuttle is so fast, like, you can't even control it properly.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Vulture speed, only 100, same problem. If Vulture's moving across, like, flat ground and no obstacles, is it faster than a speed shuttle? I feel like it is.
Yeah, the Vulture is the fastest unit in the game.
Really?
With speed, yeah.
Faster than Mutalisk?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, on, like, flat ground area.
Once again, Queen is not happy to sit in her base. That is not her style. She's coming out here with these tanks. There's no time to waste.
Yeah, there's actually not a lot of goons right now.
Yeah.
Like, the production has not been very consistent from these gateways, especially after all of these probe kills.
Honestly, it feels like Queen's playing StarCraft 2, pulling these SCVs a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you
these tanks need something to help out.
Yeah, they do. If you can get in position, set up some turrets, oh man, this is the problem. If you don't siege at all, Protoss can kind of get these trades. These mines, though, could be huge. Cutting off the Protoss retreat. I like this move. But Protoss can just go on the high ground here. But once again, the Vulture's going to run in and kill some probes. But the engagement will go on. If Terran sieges right now, just lets those... Oh no, not microing really in either location that well. It's not a matter of, you know, microing well in both or picking one too badly in the other. Well, to be fair, the tank fight's going Terran's way, I suppose. But those Vultures being sacrificed, not really worth. They could have got a ton of damage. I think if Terran just sieged up and stopped paying attention to the tank fight, micro those Vultures, you would have killed so many probes here. Still, they're getting value. You're going to get these Zealots, and the Goons are all dead, basically. But Terran's macro is slipping a lot. There's not that much to rally, only a few more Vultures coming. It's going to be hard to turn this push into anything meaningful just with 4 tanks rolling up. That's not really enough. And Queen just kind of GG's. I mean, look, to be honest, she was probably about to lose. It just wasn't a done deal. But that's going to make it a 2-0. Surprising GG timing there, for sure.
That is going to be the first series going to GOSU.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about it. It's like, yeah, probably a bunch of, you know, units would come out and 4 tanks won't really do anything. But I don't know. Like, it feels like you got to at least try, right? Did we miss something?
Yeah.
Like a unit in the Terran main or something?
Yeah, like there's a recall from a different game. Try that lobby. There we go.
I'm sorry, you're in pain, Dead Infested. What's going on? Oh, Fuzzy Branch, I might do yours next. Watch out. Character dropping something in chat. I might mention it, I might not. Yeah, I mentioned it. He's saying he didn't practice at all, so if he wins, it's just like, wow. Alright, in the 12 o'clock yellow, we have character. And the bottom left, in the blue, we have Kimura. We have character, of course, coming from Pool Lifeguards. And Kimura from GOSU. So it's a TVT. Everyone's favourite matchup.
Yeah, this is why you picked this group, isn't it?
Just one TVT instant pick.
Exactly.
One day, you joke, but one day I'm just gonna like put a post in CPL like, oh, I'm starting this new tournament, the TVT League, you know. Just come join the Discord. We're playing TVT only, day in, day out. And it'll be like me and like one other person probably.
Yeah, and the whole tournament will still take like 3 days.
Yeah, exactly. TVT on 256 squared maps.
Oh god.
That would be actually the worst.
So what do you think, like, on this map, how does TVT play out? Like, I feel like the rush distance is pretty short, and, like, you can't really split it in half.
Well, the natural is quite open. Let's look at early game first. The natural is quite open, and you have no ramp. So, 2-fac Vulture going to be a strong option, well, comparatively anyway, and just in general, Vulture opening is going to be favoured even more so than normal, I think. But as the game continues, yeah, it tends to have a very aggressive mid-game because you have these fake high ground middle bases that are kind of up for the taking and a big open center. So I feel like most of the time in TVT, you have like a really intense fight like mid-game to early late game, and then it's kind of decided. It's very rare in this map that you see a sort of even-ish split and you have to decide the game later with dropships or even like going later with Wraiths and Battle Cruisers and stuff. Almost all of the time, I feel like it's decided in the mid-game or early game. So we'll see what happens here. I mean, you know, it is tier 2, and I know people at lower ranks tend not to like playing TVT like to a full game a lot of the time. So I would not be surprised if we saw one or even both players go for a 2-fac. We saw Queen both games in the last series going for double factories. I hesitate to call it a 2-fac because I don't think that's quite accurate.
Yeah. It was not really a rush, it was just one base 2-fac.
Yeah, exactly. And like, you know, it wasn't really executed as a specific build or anything. Character doing the reverse TVP SimCity just to annoy me here in TVT. So, you know, that ticked that box off, I guess.
There you go. It's not a good cast if you aren't upset about that building placement.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, we'll wait till someone like walls in their own unit or something for me really to get upset.
There you go.
Well, characters have the scout a lot earlier, actually. So the question is, who's going to pull off gas? Either player, neither player. I'm expecting they're both going to go for 2-fac, to be honest. And look at that.
Yeah, it seems like we're going to see that. Yeah.
Well,
could you?
Character could still be the hero. If you don't go 2-fac, you're the good guy in the cast. Just so you know, that's how it works. But no, both of them are doing it. So this is like, you know, a gritty, realistic setting where it's shades of grey. There's no good guy or bad guy. they're both just going 2-fac Vulture, trying to get the W. I assume that's what it's going to be. Of course, could be starports, could be tanks, but it's not going to be an expansion, that's for sure. Man, this SCV really run around here. Oh, or is it?
So they're scouting it. They're going to be cleaned up. Yes.
Yeah, you don't want to hug that marine like that, unfortunately. It was having a good run. And if you just keep looping around, you can see exactly what they're doing. It's a big advantage, because you don't know if it's going to be starports or a factory. And if you survive long enough, you can see if it's tanks or vultures. That is actually the hugest advantage possible. So it is going to be double fact. So here's the thing. When you're both going 2-fac vulture, who moves out first? Because honestly, whoever comes to attack their opponent probably loses because of the defender's advantage.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you sit in your natural and your opponent comes and lays mines on the map and doesn't attack you, they probably have the advantage too. So, a bit tricky. Now, character going for a vulture before a shop, I honestly don't like that at all if you're doing this. I suppose with no ramp, your opponent could just send a vulture and clean you up, I suppose. But then it kind of calls into question the whole idea of what you're doing. But look at this. Starport coming up for Kimura. Makes me wonder if we're going to see, yeah, tank-oriented play here, because the tank is on the way. Now, I think if character just gets the mines and speed up and attacks before Kimura kind of locks everything down, this is pretty good for character. But we'll see if that's what happens.
So 2 starport, or sorry, 2 factory with a starport. Do you think it's gonna be like wraiths to help like tanks spot, or
yeah,
like?
That's going to be the idea here. I think the wraiths is going to harass while the tanks are just defending and depending what Terran's doing, attacking. But like I said, I think it's better for character if you just get your vulture upgrades and attack was when the wraith's hitting your base. You'll just have enough. But then again, if you just stay in this choke with a tank or 3, I don't know. Oh, but character switching into tanks here. Now I've changed my mind. I think this favors Kimura a lot, as long as character can't get to like Kimura's mineral line, which honestly does not seem likely. Then I don't really think there's much you can do just with tanks here. Because if anywhere they siege, Wraith's are going to pick them off, and if they don't siege, you have your own tanks, you can hold them off well enough. So yeah, honestly, I like it for Kimura a lot more right now. The other thing I question is you can't afford double shot production and Wraith on one gas, so I do question the second shot, but anyway. Mines coming up. Mines and Siege. Very odd combination for character. Honestly, you got to commit when you're doing 2-fac. You're either doing Vulture or you're doing Tank, because if you spread it out like this, if your opponent just hardcore goes one or the other, they're going to have the advantage over you. Look, this Kimura moving out first. No Siege mode there, though. You know, 3 Marines is absolutely enough to destroy a Wraith if they are preserved, but if they die fighting in the ground battle, absolutely, the Wraith will decimate. Well, I say the Wraith will decimate, but that's a very generous appraisal of the Wraith's combat abilities, isn't it?
The Wraith will pester.
Yes, that's right. The Wraith will poke. Okay, here we go. Moving out here. If character siege is up, oh, but not aware of the enemy army, mine's not even done either, moves right into it. Honestly, this is probably what Kimura wants, because all the Marines are going to go down here. That's a big deal. So now nothing to fight this round. And even the fight going to be lost for character. Man, it's going to be a short TVT. Man, this is going to be one of the shortest. Because character just sent a tank in on move command. Siege is up now, and so you're going to push Kimura back, but how are you going to stop this Wraith? You don't have an armory. Your barracks is way off the other side of the map. Oh my god. That's not... Yes, you look, Wraith is decimating. It's so deadly.
It just showed up and immediately killed him.
Yeah. But yeah, I know what character can do here. You start making the armory, but the Wraith can start harassing that if it finds it. Even makes the eBay. And you know what, if you're going to do this, you should move forward and make sure you can at least secure your natural laner. These Vultures do not want to be taking a one-on-one fight. Now, this is a common mistake I see. You never want to fight Vultures alone when you have the tanks nearby. They have to fight together if you're trying to take a fight. Because you're just fighting with half your army. It's like if you had 10 tanks, you attack with 5. Oh gosh. Okay, good. Turns that around. Oh my god, can you get the repair in time? It's going to be close. Second Wraith here. Okay. Nope.
Oh, wait. Wow.
Barely. We have 4 SCVs. This one should be able to stay alive. And you know what? Kimura did not harass the... oh, actually, hang on a minute. The ground army coming in here. You're going to clean that up easily. The mines... Oh,
oh my god, what a huge fight.
Yeah, wow. That did more damage than that tank did.
Agree, one more? No, but it doesn't get cleaned up.
Vultures are pretty good at shooting mines, but just depends a bit too aggressive there. That tank is one-shottable. If this tank will just stop move commanding...
Oh my god, the rally point
Shoot it!
really punishing character here. No, it has 20 HP.
It was one-shottable the whole time. Alright, turret's trying to go up here now, but if Kimura maintains this position, I mean, a lot of SCVs are dying already. This might be it here for character. Oh, that third Wraith.
The Wraith might actually be enough to close out this game.
Words never before spoken. Oh, Goliaths are out, but the tank is going to help them pretty well. And so
no, that tank was repaired too, so it's no longer in one-shot territory.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, all Kimura needs to do is maintain this exact spot, and maybe inch a tiny bit closer to get the minerals, and that'll be it. And, you know, with character making Goliaths, 11 SCVs left, there's not enough money to do anything here. Depot's getting targeted. Although, if you have no units left, you don't need those that badly, so that's the strat. Look at this inching in.
Very careful here against this one Goliath. Oh, there we go. We have 3 Goliaths now.
Soon to be 1. Soon to be none. Oh, look at that. The Wraiths once again getting a kill. I'm telling you, Wraiths decimate, man. Hang on. How many kills have they got? 6 kills on one of those Wraiths. Ooh. There you go. I called it, man. I called it. Wraiths decimating.
Yeah. Literally the most valuable Wraiths of all time.
I'm trying to think the most Wraiths kills I've seen on a cast, like on one Wraith. I mean, look, if a Wraith kills one carrier, it's probably more valuable than the Wraiths in that game, to be fair. Alright, we're going to go into game 2 here.
Right, back to good night.
If I start the TVT League, we're going to mandate all games are like, you know, 20 minutes minimum.
Like you can't win. Like you can't leave the game.
Yeah, they're just stuck in the lobby. Alright, in the top left, in the yellow, we have character. And the bottom left, in the blue, we have Kimura. Both maintaining the same colours. Kimura up 1 game in this best of 3. And you have Good Night. So, I guess Good Night's sort of the opposite of what I was saying before, because you have that ramp. you can kind of easily defend early on because you know
Yeah.
your natural's like up in a ramped area. In fact, this map's quite good for what is honestly very out of meta where you open with tanks instead of vultures, because everyone opens with vultures. But you can technically open with tanks and just kind of zone the area between your natural and third, and you know, it's like if both players are playing perfectly, it's totally like even compared to vultures. But a lot of the time, it's just so much easier with vultures to get an advantage that we don't really see that. Now, we're not going to get to vultures, I guess, this game, huh?
Yeah.
Never mind all that theory. Characters like, oh, I tried factories, but they didn't seem like much fun. Let's try that other building. It starts with a B. And you know what? Let's get 2 of them for good measure. 2's the magic number. 2 factories, 2 barracks. That's how we're going to do it. There goes 1.
Exactly, like it. When you go for something and it loses, you could never do it again, right? So you can never make vultures or tanks again now.
That'd be a challenge run in a series. You can only make each unit 1 game. Oh my god. It sounds kind of interesting if both players are under that rule. Alright, that's the new league I'm starting.
Model battles, it's literally just 1 unit.
Yeah. I mean, StarCraft 1 mono battles probably don't work that well, because I think few units really have the versatility you need.
Yeah.
I'm trying to imagine. Well, the thing is, in StarCraft 2, most of the time you do it 4v4, right? So maybe it would work. Now, okay, Kimura is doing normal opening, not going for CC first, because, you know, that's how we know the game would be over. So, there's still possibilities here. And, you know, it's not necessarily easy to pull off a kill with this BBS going up a ramp. You know, this is exactly the same as that other series I casted, where... No, I didn't cast it, I was just watching it, actually, so I guess technically it's spoilers, so I won't mention it, but there's BBS involved, and I won't say who. So never mind. But Kimura, it all depends on how many Marines you make here. If you start making them right away, and you realize this is coming before your Marines get shot down, it's actually pretty easy to defend, because you just have to hold the ramp. But if you make one Marine and, like, lift your barracks, and, like, you don't even see them until they're up the ramp, then you're actually in a world of hurt. And no Marines starting immediately here. No scout coming out either for Kimura. Okay, this is going to be it, but pretty late. Oh dear, and the Marines...
So, like, isn't there a chance that a Kimura's SCVs will just kill the Marines? Like, SCVs are pretty good. I guess.
But you can see there's already 3 here, and as you build them up, I mean, SCVs are good, but Marines, you know, once they reach a certain critical mass, they're actually pretty great in early game. That's the funny thing about Marines. They're kind of the worst early game unit, but also the best one. They're the worst early game unit that scales the best in the early game. So, you know, if you have, you know, 1,000 minerals of any of the starting units, Marines are like the best by far, because they can just abuse terrain, you know, and get like a firing line. But, well, here we go, 4 Marines coming up, and this is the thing, only a second Marine being made, and this is exactly what Kimura doesn't want, losing this Marine like that, pulls it back instantly, nice work. Where are the SCVs though? The SCV pull needs to happen right now. I'm not sure what's going on. Kimura taking this very, oh no, losing that Marine, taking this very casually, putting down a bunker, but I don't think that is the play. You need to fight this with SCVs, but Kimura does not seem to have the will to do that. Instead putting these bunkers down all over the place, but it doesn't really matter where you put the bunkers, because Terran can just contain you. And you know what? Character's own bunker coming up. And this is the thing, like, yes, SCVs are good, but with this many Marines in this choke location, what are you going to do? A Vulture is coming out. Now, 1 Vulture can kill as many Marines as you need it to. But this bunker is going to deny the gas.
Oh, and the barracks lifts too, so there's no more Marines to populate these bunkers.
The Vulture's coming out.
Yeah.
The Marines can't leave the bunker, but do they need to? Oh, well, obviously not for that one. Because look at this. Both players trying to build a bunker, like, in this position. And if character gets this up, I think the game is over, because not only are you hitting the gas, you're denying enough of the minerals that it's too hard to keep your mining going properly. A shop going up. Now, a tank would outrange a bunker. There's enough gas in the bank for that. Is Kimura really going to hold out for that? And look, this other bunker goes up, more Marines going in. Oh, very dire situation here for Kimura. Do you build even another bunker? Looks like it's going to happen. No? SCV is starting to be rebuilt because character realizes this game may not end completely. But look at this! You can't mine because they just end up going up there and getting shot down.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Very cramped in this base right now. We do have that tank coming up, but there's so many Marines that I think they could just focus on the tank, right?
That's probably true. You can sort of try and micro it, but what's going to finish here first? Oh, not the bunker. I was going to say, is the bunker or the tank going to finish? But the bunker for Kimura coming in clutch defends that, kills the SCV. Oh, these Marines for character getting baited forward.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like you say, you need to just camp the factory exit, but a lot of Marines just chilling in the bunkers right now, and the tank's going to get out, and now I don't think character can get it, because it can just micro back and forth. Now, character is ahead in workers here, but no gas, no factory. But these bunkers and Marines will buy a long time. Yeah, needs to cancel that. Yeah, good job. And you know what, Korea does have to be careful, because, well, like that, if you get too close, you start getting shot. But here's the thing, the Marines are very squishy, especially to enemy Marines. So, you do have to be careful. But I think if character just like micros back and forth for a while, keeps building SCVs, and look at this, the command center getting hit hard. I don't know.
It doesn't have to be repaired.
Okay, the tank finally finds the right position. No more SCVs coming here. If there was like 2 SCVs here, this would be so painful for Kimura. But the critical bunker are going to fall pretty quickly here. Oh, Marines coming out. Oh my god, this is such a crazy micro battle.
Oh my god.
This is so many Marines. Oh my god.
Oh, trying to stick behind the mineral line here.
Uh-oh. Oh, instantly kills one SCV. Going for more. That's a great move. Splitting the attention. Because, yeah, Kimura, honestly, like, even if you just send the tank and kill all these Marines, they're doing so much damage. You're buying so much more time for that bunker that's hitting this CC. Oh, man, what can Kimura even do here? This tank's still hitting away. God, they're so bad against Marines. Like, how they take
Marines are in hold position.
Yeah, they do retreat though. That was a great move by character. Only lost one Marine, killed more precious SCVs. Now, SCV production has slacked for character, but I think that's because their own factory's coming up. And look at this, Marines stepping up, trying to hit that CC. They know if it falls, the game is over. Tank coming in here. Oh my god, the CC is getting so low.
Oh my god.
But the Marines
aren't really all there at the same time. Yeah, there's still 7.
Oh, Marines slaughter on both sides. Oh, the tank! You can't lose that tank! Oh my god, okay, it survives.
Oh my god.
GG, Kimura realizes the CC gonna go down no matter what he does here. What a crazy TBT. Oh my god. I've never seen something quite like that. That was very weird. Very weird indeed. It almost seemed like Kimura could have like eventually held of that bunker, but the CC just got so low, and I think there just wasn't enough money to repair it at the end of the day. Alright, in the top right, in the blue, we have Kimura tying up this series 1-1, and the bottom right. Oh no, sorry, character tied up 1-1 in the yellow. Character here for Pool Lifeguards, and Kimura for Gloriously Overpowered Sexy Unicorns. You know what, I approve that team name because it's easier to fill the early game because it takes so long to say. So, if someone could just make a team name that takes 5 minutes to say, we'd be set. Casting would be easy.
Yeah, just take, like, the transcript of this cast, take a random 5-minute chunk and make that team name.
Okay. That'd be pretty funny. Like, here we have team, oh, the vultures are moving up and attacking laying mines, so the goon's gonna die. That's the team.
Yeah, exactly. Every time, it's like the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
It's like, it's so long that the acronym needs its own acronym, like...
Yeah. Oh, a wall. Nope, not a wall. Oh, in base 8 racks this time. Now, the rush distance on this map is very long. So
yeah,
I'm wondering if character is expecting the retaliation BBS, but it's not coming as a depot up, so that's not what's happening here. So it doesn't make me wonder what the idea is here. Are you expecting the CC first? You're going to bunker rush it? That'd be fine. But beyond that, I don't understand. And look at this gas coming up. Okay, so it's going to be some kind of fast factory play. Wow, is this going to be like factory before depot? That's kind of crazy.
Oh, I bet it's gonna be a proxy factory.
Yeah.
With this, with the SUV going out, which is wild. Like, I can't even think the last time I've seen this.
Can you afford it and get a vulture out before your opponent's factory is finished? If you can do that and deny the factory, you will win. But can you? I'm not so sure. Because I mean, look, character doesn't have any friggin' money. Can't even afford a factory. You know what? Making this depot, I can't believe this was a mistake. If you're going to do this, I think you need to cut everything, make the factory before the depot, because now it's hardly any faster than Kimura's factory.
Right, because like you know, with the 100 minerals from the depot, you would have the factory.
I mean, 150 you have the marine. Also, I'd say, obviously in any logical universe for safety you want a marine, but in the universe we're in right now, character is going crazy, so you got to do crazy things, you know. Okay, well, there's a factory for character bits. I think it'll be like 5 seconds faster. Now I want to go on ladder and try this. The 9 factory goal.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't know. How's character going to pull this off? If Kimura goes for a machine shot, maybe, but even then, I don't really see it. And look at this. The Marines, though, doing a good job denying scouting. This looks totally normal just when you see the barracks at the front. You don't see anything odd there at all. Now, Kimura not going for 2-fact this time, it looks like. You know, if character brings these Marines as well, gets a Vulture and Marine next to the factory, I mean, maybe that'll do it. Well, let's see, though. I think, yeah, character has to attack in the extremely narrow window where he can kill every Marine with his Vulture, then his Vultures and Marines kill the enemy Vultures, and that'll do it. But that's a very narrow window indeed. Now, these Marines of character not coming across the map either, which is a big mistake. They need to start moving because it's going to take a long time for them to get there. I'm getting very worried for character in this game already.
It's kind of scary, and this SCV comes from a very suspicious angle, by like.
Well, the thing is, you can be like, oh, he ran to the side to hide. But yeah, look at this. The Vulture for Kimura is going to pop out any moment now, and the Marines are so far away for character. Decent micro here, hitting those Marines. Nice. Cleans them up, but here's the Vulture. Imagine if character's Marines were here right now, though. You could actually do a lot. But he neglected to push them, and in fact, still 2 hanging out in the barracks. Critical mistake here that might be game costing. But here they are now. Going to try and take the fight anyway. Another Vulture pops out, so I know it still looks kind of dicey. Okay, this Vulture needs to run back and get repaired. When you're up against this kind of thing, you need to pull like at least 4 SCVs. Yeah, Vulture smartly run back. No, the injured Vulture needs to get out of there. Okay, SCVs here. They're trying to repair it, but it's not cooperating. Oh, they still don't repair it. This is going to try and take the fight. Need to target those Marines because they deal the true damage, and you know, pretty good fight for character. Yeah, pretty good fight for character so far though. And with 3 Vultures and only 1, I don't know. Oh,
trying to repair?
No, not enough.
Yeah, there's just 1 Vulture left for character for now. These units have not been rallied.
You know, this could be like a morale victory because what Kimura probably doesn't realize is they're so ahead on SCVs. Well, then again, that might not last long at this rate. So you know what? Maybe it may be a true victory as well. And your character come in. Oh. See, you can do a build where we get 2 factories in proxy 1 and just attack with Vultures with no machine shot, but this is just like, why bother with the factory? You make a 3rd factory going up, but I don't think there's really time for that to make a difference here. Units just idle for character in various locations, but here they come now. And honestly, I think character's done it. I think character has pulled this off because I don't think there's anything Kimura can do now. This factory's not going to finish. Vultures coming out of time. GG. What did we just see?
What a TBT.
Right? God. You tell someone, oh, I'm going to cast a TBT series. They're like, oh, alright, you'll be a while, right? You know, but no, not today. Not today. Character, you know, it was being bored of this. Character says, this build order is such new meta that I came up with it in real time. Take notes. Accurate. Alright, well, that's a 2-1 for character, the reverse sweep. And we're going to go into a ZVZ. Now, because this is opposite day, obviously the ZVZ will be like 30-minute games, right?
Yeah. Alright, give me like 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Of course. So we're going to take a 2-second break here as well. I'm probably going to take the opportunity as well, so we'll be back in just a minute with the next series.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
All good. I was just checking because I left myself. Alright, we're going to get into our next series here. We have returned.
Nice.
Alright. In the 12 o'clock, in the yellow, we have Kazooie with 2 eyes. 3 eyes, oh my gosh. And in the bottom left, in the red, we have FA. It's ZVZ here. We got that banging soundtrack. Honestly, are we sure the soundtrack's the best? I love this third one. Of course,
I feel like I might be like the only person in the world who actually likes the Protoss music.
Yeah, probably. I think there's one other Protoss music apologist out there. You can go marry him, but yeah, you're right. Warpgates, get out of here. Alright, guys, solo cast.
My soulmate one day.
I'm kicking Warpgates from the Discord channel. This is it. Look, if they made some baller remix of it, but I don't know about that.
I just think it fits the story very well because the Protoss music is like triumphant and sad.
Yeah,
at the same time.
I guess. By the way, Kazooie for GOSU. I say Kazooie as I go to FA space. Kazooie for GOSU and FA for Pool Lifeguards. Once again, neither player going for a 4-pool. Very disappointing. You know, Pool Lifeguards has a concerning lack of 4-pools this season.
Okay, like it's like week 9 now, so
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
is the joke dead? No.
I on the first week, like I really wanted our team to we all cheese in game 1, and we were all behind it. Like we were all hyped up to do it, and then almost nobody actually did it.
Why?
Why? Broke my heart. I don't know, but I did it. I cheesed my first game.
Now, Kazooie has a significant disadvantage here because this SimCity at 12 o'clock is not good. Now, FA's pool placement not going to help at all, by the way. So maybe even it out themselves. But I'm just wondering about this pool placement for Kazooie. Is this correct? Because honestly, I don't know how you're supposed to defend this base against Zergling.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like if you put a sunken above the pool, kind of that sunken will cover a lot. It won't cover the gas. Yeah.
So does it really matter?
Yeah, maybe you just leave the game if you spawn at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, you just say, "Oh, it's too laggy. Let's regame."
yeah, you just keep being like, "Can we change turn rate?" Until you get a good
then
spawn.
you're like, "Oh, actually, it's fine. Let's turn it up again. It's fine." You know, until you get the right spawn. Now, mirrored builds here right now. Both players going for this pool first. 6 lings him up. Ooh, 8 lings for Kazooie. What's FA doing? Bit slow on the lava production there, but other than that, perfectly mirrored builds. But Kazooie has the intel of the Overlord here. Are they going to meet in the middle of the map and have a ling battle? Looks like no, because FA is heading more south. Well, this one ling might be in trouble. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, FA did not scout where Kazooie is yet.
Well,
right?
this is probably going to be a short game one way or another.
Oh no.
Passing like ships in the night. Oh, Kazooie pauses with all the lings, including the ones at home. Some turn around. This could be a critical mistake. You need to go on the offensive right now because both players are about to tear each other apart. But Kazooie hesitating, showing some mercy perhaps. That may be a fatal mistake.
Oh my god.
That said, it's 4 lings against 6 here, so not overwhelming. And you know, Kazooie's lings running in unopposed. Uh-oh. Okay. And you know what? It looks pretty good for Kazooie right now. The lings having an even fight in Kazooie's main while slaughtering drones in FA's main. And you know what? Huge win for Kazooie in his own main. Massive engage there. 4 lings coming out on top. I think the game's just over. That's it. GG. ZVZ, blink and you'll miss it.
Wow.
It's actually just over.
Said just dead.
Right? Like, 3-minute game, not a 4-pool. Wow. That's ZVZ. Wow. Holy crap, that was intense though.
Unfortunate. Just like the slight, not knowing where the opponent was kind of thing. It was like a weird, middle route through the map.
Yeah.
That the lings got missed. But I guess also maybe the lings were going that route to try to dodge.
Well, no, I think it's because not knowing where their opponent actually was. Well, then again, you see the Overlord, you should know where they came from, actually, yeah. So I'm just going to say it was just a mistake by FA. You've got to send it on the shortest path where you can see your opponent's going to have a big advantage.
Yeah, sure.
Less than 4 minutes. Yeah, that's right. Less than 4 minutes, no 4-pool. Like, crazy stuff. Wow. Kazooie saying 12 o'clock is the best mineral spawn in the game. Oh, is that so? Does that make up for the poor SimCity? It might, but the SimCity is bad. Alright. In the bottom right, in the red again, we have FA. And the bottom left in the brown, we have Kazooie, currently up one game in this best of 3. If they can close it out, it's not the question I have. The question is, how long will it take? Can we beat the record after last game? Because that was a quick one. Well, I haven't played that for a full pool again.
And Kazoo is getting a lucky scout off too.
Twice in a row, rigged. CPL's rigged.
Right. Like this is like my biggest problem with this matchup is like, well, if somebody just scouts in the right direction first with their Overlord, they get so much information that their opponent can't really match because like you don't drone scout in this matchup, right?
You know, an idea I've been thinking about for a long time is having matchup specific maps. So you have like a ZVZ map that addresses all these various, imbalances and stuff.
Yeah,
I think that would be super interesting. I don't know if it necessarily would be better than how things are now, but I think it's a concept that's worth being explored. By the way, Kazooie going for a 9 pool, whereas FA got an Overlord. Will there be a hatch first going down here? Honestly, 4-player map, it seems tempting, right? I don't see no pool yet. Oh, caster cursed. Bam. Okay. Well, it seems to favour FA pretty well then, I would say. There's going to be a link speed timing, I suppose, for Kazooie, but it doesn't really matter that much when you've only got like 2 more links for a brief minute.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it looks good for FA. If things go drag, the faster lair timing is probably going to allow them to secure a natural sooner. In fact, actually, what you can do is take the hatchery a lot earlier, before the lair as well. So let's see what happens here. See, we're going right into that gas, one drone at least. But yeah, if there was a like mirror specific map, I don't know, you could promote, so getting past Ling and Muta somehow, I think as well. Just by having more accessible bases, maybe.
I got a 6-player map.
I mean, it would. I don't know if that'd be the case. What would the matchup specific TVT map look like, though? That's what I want to know.
It's just like only high ground cliffs everywhere.
Oh god. No. Make it the opposite to like break the stalemate manner. Just have like so many back paths that you can't actually defend anything.
Yeah, it's just a flat like 0-color map.
Oh god. what was that? What was that map they had in Ladder a while ago? It was like a desert map, and your base was like a high ground that was like it had paths all the way.
Yeah. I don't remember what that was called, but it was basically like a StarCraft 2 map that they put in Brood War for some reason.
Well, it's not the first one, if that's so. Oh, you know what? It totally is. I didn't realize that until now, but you're totally right. That was the map that was in Ladder when Rings of Liberty was released, wasn't it?
Oh, it's Desert Oasis, pretty much.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, Link's coming up here. But Ling's already up there. ZVZ casting at its finest. Yeah, no, FA already has a Link out here, in fact, because we needs to get out of here. In fact, okay, the Link speed's going to finish, and FA doesn't have any, but you can't bust this. There's no way. That said, Larry's coming up pretty fast for Kazooie, but it's just faster for FA. Having gone for this 12 pool and gone straight for lair no speed, FA's actually going to have the Spire timing with the superior economy. As long as they can defend this Ling offensive, which so far, like, they're doing fine.
It's a very nice arc at the top of the ramp.
Well, here we go.
Who's going to try to bring up here?
FA needs to engage with the rest of them. They're just sitting there.
Oh, no.
Oh, the break-in. And now FA
just... so many Lings here now.
Yeah, the Spire goes down right in view of all of Kazooie's Lings. Just a snack for them. But they're going after the drones. Okay, well, it looks like FA's going to be able to survive, but at what cost is the question. Ooh. Okay, good defense.
Yeah, already down 2 drones.
Actually, one of them morphed, so only one died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But still, every drone counts for sure. And now this is the thing. Because he was in here with speed, FA does not even have speed. Kills a drone. Oh, almost cursed it. Kills a drone. And, the whole time, Kazooie's own Spire is on the way as well. If Kazooie can just get some critical damage here, it's probably going to be game. Now, still trying to abuse speed, running around the side here. Putting that sunken at first looks like a terrible position, but honestly, having already put the Spire in such a terrible position, it makes sense to block it off at least a little. Ooh, nice around there. Picks off most of Kazooie's Lings. Kazooie probably going to retreat now. Can FA counterattack? I mean, no Ling speed, so it's going to be tough, but I mean, if you just have the Ling number, is it enough?
Well, there's already a decent amount of Lings in the base of Kazooie, and they are going to cover this ramp.
Right. Yeah, it seems like enough, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, does it though? I suppose it does. By the time they get over there without speed. Full set going out alone. A brave move, but probably not the move needed. Okay, now... I guess FA is looking at a counterattack, and honestly, that was a good thing to be concerned about because they're coming now, and this gas is not covered, from what I can see. So if these things can pick off that extractor, that would be absolutely huge, and it looks like they're aware. Or the spawning pool, for that matter. Okay, the sunken is going to hit them. One link falls, going after drones here, or nothing at all, perhaps.
Sunk distracting these lings enough that they don't get much damage done in the base of FA, and meanwhile, at the ramp of Kazooie, FA's trying to force their way up there with the slow lings.
Well, the mutas are morphing though. If Kazooie can just buy a bit of time. Once again, the concave lings just on hold position, not really serving the defensive player that well. And this is a lot of Zerglings. Honestly, even with these mutas hatching, oh my gosh, Kazooie just needs to buy like a few more seconds. Come on, Mutalisks, hatch! Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
I think
the drone's trying
dies
to fall here.
The mutas are like 5 seconds too late. Like, actually. That's crazy. Yeah, look at these drones. Oh no.
I got down to 4 drones, 3 drones.
Oh no,
2
that's
drones.
gonna be it. No ling speed still. These slow lings.
Yeah.
The spy.
Yeah. Wait, who needs it?
I guess not FA. Pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Pretty smooth attack
It
there.
doesn't
2
boost your
drones. First 8. And you know, I think now as long as FA can defend, which seems like they'll be able to. Oh, no, it should be close. Oh, I don't know. Actually. If Kazooie takes the engage, just stay on top of those muta numbers. Oh my god, it's so close. That Kakaru trying to help out, but enough. Oh, the engage favors FA at first. Kazooie not realizing maybe that they have to attack now. Probably over microing a bit. All right, and now casting breaks down. So how's your day being, Cold Warpgates? Is the weather nice over there?
Yeah, it's been pretty good.
Oh, and Kazooie wins the fight. We need to go in and hit again. Gonna hit these lings, I suppose, forced to. A 5th Mutalisk of Kazooie on the way. 5 versus 2, even if some of Kazooie's are hurt might be enough. But Kazooie pulling back. The window's slipping away. Needs to attack. Where is he going? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but you're behind 3 drones. Like, you kind of have to just YOLO.
No, this is the plan. Waiting for the Scourge. Honestly, that might be decisive because with so few Mutalisks, you can't hit them very hard. And you don't have to do that much damage to get a huge ace. Now, attacking before they're here anyway. So yeah, about that weather, you're in the USA, right? Oh,
yeah,
and the Scourge connects.
I'm on the East Coast.
Okay, and Kazooie has killed all the Mutalisks. Gonna start killing the drones now. And I think that's GG. Bit of a comeback,
really
honestly.
nice media control.
Yeah. Only lost one Mutalisk this whole time.
Aggressive this game back.
Oh my god, the bounces. No, it's gonna die. Oh my god, barely doesn't lose another one. But yeah, that's gonna be GG for sure. Even if these lings just run across the map, the base race will favor Kazooie. God, that was such a tense game. So close with those meter timings. Like, if Kazooie's Mutalisks were like 3 seconds later, he absolutely would have lost this game. And even as they were, it was so dicey. It looks like we are going to have a bit of a base race, but... actually, you know the drones that Kazooie has? I'm sure he can defend. Man, this Muta is free money for Kazooie right now. I mean, I don't know. Maybe FA is thinking he only has like 1 drone, but even if that was the case, you can't kill these buildings that quickly. The Mutalisks at your own base are going to do the job. Well, okay, Kazooie, like, I don't really need to defend, right? That's irrelevant. It's going to send my units across the map. But I think there's just enough drones here to clean this up, even if it's costly. Although, Kazooie trying to conserve drones, GG.
Oh, that was a very fast CBC series.
Yeah. Well, wait, is that a 2-0?
Yeah.
Oh, it was 2. It was 2, yeah. I was thinking it was going to be 1-1 because I was sure Kazooie was dead. When he lost all those drones. Wow. Okay, it was still faster than the TBT. So there you go. So we've been zooming through this cast. Going to jump into our last series. And you mentioned there's a certain reason I chose this this series. And you're right. There's another TBT.
Oh, no.
See, I didn't really get my money's worth from the last one, did I?
What are you talking about? That was great.
I mean, okay, the last game was exciting.
In-depth,
the Bunker Wars.
macro.
You know, I think the last game was a peak of like the hell TBT would be if factories didn't exist. Alright.
Oh my god.
In the bottom left, in the red, we have Otto, and the bottom right, in the yellow, we have Justice 69420, also just known as Justice. So we have Otto for GOSU and Justice for Pool Lifeguards. So yes, another TBT coming up here. As I was saying, that BBS game, imagine if there was no factories, you probably would have these bunker lines just staring at each other like World War I style.
Wouldn't there just be like Marine medic.
Yeah.
Leverage Marine medic.
But the problem is, a bunker full of Marines with stim is pretty good against Marine medic.
Yeah.
So
would you like irradiate the medics or something?
Yeah, I mean, what else are you gonna do with your gas? That sounds pretty strong. D-Matrix as well, pretty good. Just start massing fire bats. Well, Otto hasn't played so much lately, so I guess if they lose, they have an excuse.
Yeah.
I forgot how what felt.
The keyboard? I don't know, the ping?
Sounds like it leads into something poetic, like I forgot how it felt to see the graceful glide of vultures into a portal space. To see the blue goo splattering all over the battlefield.
So do you think we'll see the same builds that we saw in the other series, like 2-fac against 2-fac starport?
I don't think we will ever see the same builds we saw in that series again any time. Because that was just whack. You know what, I'm going to give these players a benefit of the doubt. I think we're going to have some pretty, you know, like, big brain, long-term macro TVT plays. And both of them just going to try and bring this to battle cruisers. Let's go.
Yeah. I know Justice likes to play, like, standard macro games.
Oh, that's so. There you go.
Not sure about Otto.
Me either. Is this Justice's first CPL?
Yeah.
I didn't think I cast them before, so there you go. Welcome. First cast, I think, too.
I'm not sure about that.
Maybe not. I suppose by now most people in this season have got a cast, but I don't know. I'm sure there's someone in chat who's like, not me! I've played every week, I haven't been cast. Who is it? Alright, I know you're in there, chat person. Out yourself.
Oh my god. Well, so a few weeks ago, Athesius mentioned how he's played like 6 times and only been casted once. So the next week, I made sure that I casted Theseus's group and he lost.
Well, hey, he said he'd been cast once though, right? So he's not going 0.
Right.
Proxy factory float into opponent's main. Yeah, no, I can't. Honestly, it's not as good in TVT as it is in TVP. Or maybe TVC. Probably not TVC. That sounds kind of wild. So, yeah. Okay, so yes. Both players pulling out of gas. The prediction coming true.
Alright, do you think we're going to see the, expand into 3-factory Vulture here?
Yeah, it's the standard, and you were saying Justice likes the standard, so you know what, if I have to make a prediction, not that I have any info to go on whatsoever, I'm going to say we're going to see Otto blink first. I'm sorry, Otto, I'm expecting you're going to blink first, and Justice will take some map control. I'm calling it now. So, anyone smart in the chat, if you had to bet, you'd bet the opposite of what I say. Because that's how it works. Oh, look at this SCV sneaking in. That's quite nice. In fact, that's really nice because you can see if a machine shot comes out or if it's going to be a vulture right away. But Justice is like, what if I make neither? Okay, turns out it's going to be a vulture. So that's a very nice scout if you can confirm that. Seeing only one factory as well. All very good intel. Now Otto going to go for a command center here as well. Blue player's just getting the infrastructure up. Oh, but look at this. Otto going for the machine shot first. Are we going to go straight into tanks here? Only one on gas. That says to me no, we're not going to go straight into tanks. Although that may be a mistake at this point. Okay, there we go. More going to gas now. And look at that. Okay, well, you can't say I was wrong that he blinked first because he didn't even engage in the steering competition. Nice block of the Marines there. Instantly going into tanks. Only one vulture and then machine shot here for Justice, so probably going to go into that vulture speed. Now, this is the tricky thing in TVT early game. Do you send the vulture straight across the map? If your opponent is going tank first like this and you do that, you'll kill a lot of stuff. You kill some Marines and SCVs. But if your opponent went Vulture first as well, and they surprise you and they get the engagement, moving shot your Vulture, you can just lose the game that way as well. So very tricky. And it looks like Justice, very intimidated, even getting a bunker, expecting like 2 or 3 Vulture push before shop or something. But going into tanks of his own. So, very weird openings here, but Otto looking better right now.
Yeah, I'm surprised that neither player is going for vultures, like both are just selling back into tanks here.
Well, this is what I was talking about in the other TVT. You can just go straight into tanks. It's a thing, and you just kind of zone the vultures. But it's just generally regarded as being trickier. It's kind of like 2-hatch versus 3-hatch meta, right? Materially, it's not. It's not one's better than the other. It's just like one is more active and has more opportunities. Rax float in, says Ash Return. I want to do a Rax float in strategy someday. It sounds pretty ridiculous. Could you
land them there like those fire bats?
Yeah. Could you BBS versus Protoss and float in, depending on the map, before it's like you just lose the game? I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah, like what if they saw you and they just put probes under your barracks? You can't land them.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad. Okay, Siege Mode coming up immediately for Otto. Second factory coming up for Justice. But hang on, where's the starport? Oh, down the corner. You know, I like the second factory more, and the armory is already up as well, so I like this a lot more for Justice. I think going for Siege Mode this fast doesn't really have that much utility whatsoever. Because if your opponent, say your opponent is just making tanks, with the same money, they just try and make as many tanks as possible versus you going for Siege Mode. In these early games, I don't think it's really even that advantageous to have Siege Mode. Because you can kind of just take the fight with small amounts of tanks, whether they have Siege Mode or not, because you just run in and start shooting them and they die real quick.
Yeah.
So, I don't really like it. Now, the starport, it's not that you can't just go for a starport anytime and call it a build, but it just seems like there's no particular reason this should be strong right now. And as we can see, Justice already has the Goliaths out, anticipating this 100%. So, Wraith's not going to do anything. You could go for a drop here, but I mean, dropping tanks alone with just one dropship doesn't really do much either. So it looks like Justice really just has every advantage right now. That said, both players are sitting back in their natural, neither one of them trying to take any map control. That's one thing I'd say Otto could do with Siege Mode, is try and start sieging outside his opponent's natural, hold him back as much as he can. Ooh, Lucky Barracks doesn't even get red.
Yeah, there's so much like a cliff space on this map. It's usually good for Zerg to put some overlords there, but Terran can put their buildings there pretty well too.
So it looks like Justice is going to go for a big Goliath push here.
Ooh.
But I don't think it's going to work because, you know, funnily enough, Siege Mode is the one thing you need to stop that. And Otto getting it so early already is totally prepared for that. So I don't think there's much value to this, except for the fact that there is a dropship coming already. That's the one reason these guys are good. So this game, honestly, I don't even know. It's going all over the place. I wonder... Okay, here comes Justice. He's going to try and attack, but if he hits the front, it's going to be an absolute disaster, especially if Otto is able to drop in his base while that's going on. So we'll see. But that said, again, what's he going to drop? Is he really going to take like 2 siege tanks and drop? Because that's really not that strong. Unless you have some ridiculous Lost Temple High Ground or something, which we don't on this map. Okay, looks like Justice is moving out to take some map control.
Yeah, so do you think like Justice could like just set up a contain and then try to take more of the map, or do you think Justice is going to try going for a bust here?
I think Containe's very good. You see who's finishing up. I think it'll be fine. Definitely, you don't want to try and bust this. I think it would be an absolute slaughter if you attack into the 4 siege tanks. Now, the thing is, does Justice know that those are there? What happened to Justice's barracks? Was it here and it died? I don't even see it.
It must have died. I don't see any. No, there's barracks at the top of his base. I don't know if that's the rebuilt one or not.
Oh, the top. Oh, yeah, it must be
base.
Yeah, Justice base. Yeah, I guess it did die. So it seems that Justice is aware that attacking not a good move, and now this does look pretty good for Justice because you maintain this position. Your opponent's stuck on 2 bases. Oh, never mind. Well, at least now he knows where his opponent is. Yeah. You know, as long as he can reinforce this position and not take damage from drops, I'm liking it a lot. But the thing is, can he not take damage from drops? Where is the dropship? I know one was finished already. Or do I? Wait. Wasn't there one built already, or am I crazy?
I don't remember seeing one, so you might be dead.
Oh, yes.
There's 3.
Oh my gosh. So, Otto going straight in for the Doom drops here. You're going to try and just bring a bunch of tanks, I guess, and drop in Justice's main. And honestly, I don't like that as a general way to play. But if Justice isn't aware of it, I heard a scan go down, but I don't know what it saw. If Justice isn't aware it's coming, it might just do a lot of damage. Things if you know it's coming, it's not that hard to deal with, but the problem is if you don't. I guess it's a very sneaky strategy then. So, and you know, that's funny, Otto's the one preparing for drops in his base right now somehow. Even though Starport with Justice only just finishing up. Well, I guess it doesn't hurt, you don't need to defend the front. That said, you should be trying to take space in the map, but nonetheless. 4 dropships out now. Are there even 4 dropships worth of units? I guess there are.
Right, that's like the entire army for Otto.
Well, if he picks up all this stuff and, like, just pretends it's still there, would Justice really attack just to find out? I mean, I don't know. That's what I do in TVP sometimes if I open drop, you know. And after my first drop, they poke the front, they have, like, a tank and a bunker, and they back off, and then I pick up all the Marines and the tank and go to drop again. So, maybe that's the idea. I mean, I don't know. It certainly doesn't seem like Justice is aware. Third base going up, which, you know, I like. Once you've got the contain, you've got the 5 factories, looking good. But what drop defense is there? Another scan goes down, does not see the dropships. They're perfectly hidden there. It's like the Queen hiding spot. Poor Marine getting destroyed. Oh man, I'm so sad because this looks so good for Justice, except for this one little threat. Well, maybe this one huge threat. Okay, again though, what are you going to lift up here? Are you going to take some of these tanks away? Yes, the answer is yes. Gosh.
5 dropships.
Unseizing everything I made.
6 dropships.
Yep. Gonna take all these Goliaths. There's a few units back here. Does that bunker have Marines in it? No, it doesn't. Gotta pick up those Marines, right? They're not doing anything back here. You might as well take them with you. No, I guess not.
Right, I was gonna say, what if these dropships just fly the 2 feet out and drop on the units of a Justice?
With 4 Goliaths there, I don't know. I mean, you'd be able to take that fight efficiently, but it just wouldn't be as good as coming and dropping in the main if you can get away with that. And again, it doesn't seem like Justice is aware of that possibility, so it seems like that would be higher value to me. Alright, here we go. The fleet heading out. Now, did Justice notice that there were less tanks there? I don't think he did, because he just took some shots, which would give him vision, but I don't think he realized there's less tanks there, because that would be a dead giveaway. Little scan goes down. Wait, was that Otto's scans? Who scanned and where?
I'm not
he's
sure.
scanning bases. It was Justice. He's just scanning outlying bases, looking for something. Doesn't find
Justice
it.
Has the barracks here and does see that there's only 3 tanks, and is actually in range to siege one of them, it looks like.
Well, the dropship's trying to find the right approach. Here we go. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Oh my god, they're so sneaky.
6 dropships, and I don't think
I think he sees it. Oh no, he doesn't. I thought he was pulling those units back. He doesn't see it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh. All the depots. So run away. Okay, he sees it. He sees it. He's bringing some units back, but what does he have? These dropships need to unload! These ones aren't unloading. They're not all unloading. Half of them are still units in
they're
them.
over the control tower. There's still room for the units.
He's still not unloading them, and you know what? Just as the tanks taking siege up, probably going to crush this. Yeah, this looks bad for Otto. Okay, finally unloading a few more. I don't know if there's more units in that. Is that all he had? Oh, there you go. There's
way more tanks than
yeah, so maybe in a way it kind of even worked out because they were dropping on top of just the tanks here. Now you've got to pull a bunch more SCVs than that to clean this up. You need to pull like every SCV right now. And honestly, you probably could because there's only 1 Vulture here, and this seems pretty good against tanks. But Justice letting them just get shot down right now. Tanks come out. They're on move command. They're just rallying.
Oh, no,
well, they still managed to kill one, apparently. Tanks good at killing themselves. What else is new? Oh my gosh, it's doing so much damage. And Justice seems paralyzed. I don't even see any response right now. What is Justice even doing?
Yeah, I think Justice does not want to pull units back from the front, and there's basically nothing else left. There's just handfuls of units.
Well, I'm saying the best response is you attack with all your SCVs, and here we go. But that's not enough. That's a very timid SCV pull, and that's a common mistake I see. When you're pulling the boys, you have to go all out to deal with these tanks. Okay, looks like he will barely clean this up with these tanks and such. Now, he's lost a lot of SCVs, but the thing that stands out to me... Oh, hang on, what's in this dropship? Oh, a couple tanks. Although, I don't know what they're going to do. Oh, well, the fight's not over, I guess. I say I don't know what they're going to do, but I mean, just have to deal with them. A couple Goliaths pop out. Still on rally.
Oh my god.
Justice needs to sort out the rallies here.
There's more units being ferried over.
Oh,
these dropships are not sitting idle.
Yeah, it's just going to keep happening. Well, these tanks might get cleaned up, it looks like. But how much more is coming? How much is in those? Are they mostly full or mostly empty?
They're half. I think there's.
Well, if there's 1 tank in all of them, that's enough to end the game. Oh my god, look at Otto's money though. Huge bank. And
oh my god, yeah, for 2 bases.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money.
Bank. And you know, Justice leaving the base, not leaving anything to defend, so now Otto's coming in and hit once again. A couple of Goliaths pop out, gonna hit the dropships a little, but look at that tank Goliath army. Oh, that might be too strong to deal with. I don't think Justice is gonna be able to clean this one out. Dropships need to get out of there though. Well, a tank pops out at a good moment. We'll see. So much damage being done there. Look at the worker count.
Yeah, I mean, 66 is too many for 2 bases.
Yeah,
but it's still better than the 28 we have now.
Okay, looks like I was wrong. Oh no. Okay, barely. Oh no, he's gonna hold this drop position. Take out the main CC. I don't think there's any way to save that now. Justice leaves the game. GG.
Yeah, I like how Albert in the chat is like, well, he won't drop me again. Like,
That's the mistake. That's the mistake.
He won't just drop me 5 times in a row.
Oh, well, that's all he had, honestly. If that drop didn't work, it would have been pretty bad position for Justice, for sure. And honestly, almost... pretty good position for Justice. I mean, almost Justice denied the first one. Like, if he had just got in position a bit faster, sieged a bit faster, and pulled all the SCVs instantly, I think would have crushed that first drop. If he has time to get turrets up or whatever, then he'd be looking real good, because he still had the contain on the map. And really, that's all... that was like the only plan. Dropships were the only plan there for Otto. There wasn't any follow-up. Alright, let me change the overlay to stop talking about game 1, because we are in game 2. In the top left, in the red, we have Justice. And the bottom left, in the blue, we have Otto, currently up on game list best of 3. We're here on Goodnight. I see Justice... Well, no, never mind what I was going to say. I was just thinking about the openings. And the fact that Justice got 1 vulture. But I don't think it's really that important, so never mind. So on Goodnight, I mean, there's no reason you can't do the same thing. I would say Goodnight in general favours dropships a lot more than Silphid. Because these orthogonal high ground bases, you're very good to attack with drops. And a lot of the time, one player takes the center and the other player can't really do anything about it, but that kind of gives them a good excuse, if you will, to go dropships. We'll see if they can get to that point.
People take the center, like the center base, or just like they just get mad.
You can take the base eventually, but taking control of the high ground is much more impactful than the base itself. Because if you put tanks right on the edge of the high ground, you can restrict the opponent's movement so much that it's like, well, they can't really play a normal ground game at that point unless they do some huge attack and bust the center. They have to just figure out something else to do, and drops are like the obvious alternative if you can't get there on foot.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So, what do you think are the odds that we'll see some battle cruisers? Because that's honestly like
1 in 10.
Highlight of
I'm going to say 1 in 10. Not that this map doesn't lend itself to them, I just don't feel like it's going to last that long. Based on how Otto played in game 1, I think he's either going to win quickly or lose at a moderate speed. I don't think we're going to have the kind of game where it's even enough for battle cruisers to come into play. Because it seemed like, Justice kind of had much more of a sense of that you want to take the position on the map and then expand, and it's just that the Doom Drop killed him. If it hadn't killed him, I think he would have won the game in the long term.
Yeah, for sure.
Otto's either going to win or die, basically. That's my take. I mean, who knows? Maybe he does have a diversity of strategies that we're going to see this game. But just the fact that you're like going for that kind of play in the first place does make me question your kind of approach to TBT,
Yeah, but maybe it means that they play a TBT like the way that would most upset Artosis.
I guess
he
so,
hates drops. Yeah.
I guess so. I'm sure he hates Doom drops. Makes sense. Look, long story short, I'm judging you for your TBT strategies, alright? Part of the price of CPL admission. Okay, we're going to get the first scout here. Both players actually see in the correct direction. Now, factory starting. Gas pulled off for both. No one's 0-2 fact this time. Man, this SCV being so annoying. Did you see that from Justice? Blocked Otto's factory for a second there. So, I don't know, that like 3-second factory lead, let's see if it's important. Could be impactful.
Yeah, I mean, apparently that was enough for character to win with the proxy factory in that one game.
Right? Surprisingly. It was kind of crazy he managed to pull that off, because it looked like he was just going to lose, but somehow managed to get in there. But no one doing anything that crazy aggressive now. Like I was saying, I want to try that on ladder now, the factory before depot build. I feel like every time I do that, my opponent will have gone for a gasless and already have a bunker. And then I can't even just contain with mines, I just have no SCVs.
They'll like wall in
perfectly,
like they have a bunker. Yeah, nightmare. They like just happen to check the random location that you built the factory. They like kill your SCV so you can't even finish it.
Yeah. CC's a lot faster for Justice here. What's the difference in build here? Oh, Justice cut SCVs. I don't know if it's really worth cutting SCVs to make the CC. Whatever. I guess it evens out in the end. Because he'll make some back. Now, are we going to see Otto go for the tank opening here? I think we are. Well, I'm waiting. I'm pretty sure he's going to. Man, I was looking at the production tab, and it seemed like the machine shop was at 100% for like so long before it actually finished. I guess this is how Protoss must feel. Okay, there we go, he's gonna be a tank. So if Justice commits to Vultures this time, you take a lot of map control with mines, and you don't have the same problem with how you have your tanks so forward last game. It doesn't have anything with defense. The Vultures are very mobile, they can come back and defend, they can scout, do a lot. But he's gonna be a tank here. So far pretty mirrored options, except Otto not getting that second factory is banking money, so Justice macroing ahead already in this game.
Yeah, I do feel like we saw that in the first game, like Justice have a bit better macro, although now I look at it, Otto is up 2 workers.
Yeah, well, like I said, Justice cut SCVs just to get this command center and isn't using it to make SCVs. If you're going to do that, you have to mind your SCV production to the utmost and absolutely produce 2 at once. Finally starting to, and so we should see things pretty much equalize here. In fact, the supplies might be the exact same as long as Otto just starts producing his own SCVs in the natural. Ooh, well, slacking a bit right now. And we can see the SCV count actually perfectly even. Where are the factories? Otto banking up a lot of money. eBay coming down even. Not really sure what the thought process is there. You know, if you're worried about Wraiths super early, if you know your opponent is expanded, which I don't know if he scouted that, you don't need an eBay. You can just get an armory with 3 factories and you'll be fine. I mean, this barrack's going to die though. So I guess just as well Justice actually got his second factory, because his barracks is not going to make it out of this base. Is that a 3rd factory? What is that building? Oh, it's an academy. Ah, I see. Justice playing TVP here, going 2-fac Armory Academy. Well, Otto getting the eBay and the starport. Again, I really question the thought process, because the way I see it is like, okay, if your opponent went 2-port Wraith, you went 1, you're dead anyway because you can't get any aggression and you waste your money in the starport. So it doesn't really make any difference whether you have the turrets at home. But if your opponent has no air units, then you don't need the EB either. So I don't know, if it's 1 starport versus 1 starport, I feel like it doesn't matter having the turrets either, because theoretically the defender's advantage, you just stay home. So I really am not sure what Otto's up to here. A lot of idle SCVs as well in the natural, unfortunately. Finally put some to gas.
And you know, the starport lifts immediately. Maybe there wasn't room for the add-on there.
Yeah, I believe so. So is it going to be drop here? Okay, you know, if you're going for drop, maybe makes sense. Drop and then turrets at home in case it's Wraiths. I don't know. I really don't know. But it seems like Otto dedicated to the drop. Dedicated dropster. But it's going to be hard to drop much with only 1 factory. Second one finally coming up, but again, look at the bank. I mean, Justice macro not perfect by any means. A lot of SCVs missed, but certainly spending the money a bit better.
Yeah, that's definitely important.
Yeah.
I do like how the Justice is getting all of these Goliaths, like, just in case there's another drop.
Well, you know what they say, fool me once. Doesn't want to suffer from that again. In fact, the tables... Well, it seemed like, actually, that was Justice is just opening. Oh, scans the starport with the add-on, so he knows. It seems like Justice just opens with Goliath, though, in general. So I don't know if it's necessarily an adaptation, but now scanning it, you gotta be prepared for this now. I want to see Goliath range come out, because then you can really shut down those dropships. Bunch of tanks coming out here. Thing is, Otto has a good ground force. If he just uses the threat of drops, just push forward and take a good position on the map, it could be good for him still. And look at the worker difference. Justice really slacking on that. So even though Otto isn't spending the money, at least he has it in his bank for later. So that could be a big deal unless Justice really picks it up here, which he's starting to do. Again, the perfect hiding spot for the dropship, no one to suspect, under the minimap. Imagine if you could put stuff under the minimap in a real game. That'd be crazy.
You can rally on the minimap.
But I mean, like, you know, in the very bottom left of the map, you know how there's a spot.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine if you could go there and just could never see it. That'd be interesting. Even turrets coming up. Look at this. Justice is prepared this time. I kind of want Otto to build up and go do a big Doom drop just so I can see it explode, you know?
I remember, like, 10 or more years ago, and I would play, like, just free-for-alls with my friends. As turn, if you start a depot and then pull the SV off right away, there's no sprite.
Wait, so it's like an invisible depot?
Right, yeah.
My god.
It's depot with like 58.
This isn't like 1.16,
HP,
right?
but you can't see it. Yeah, so it's like better than lifting your buildings and flying to the corner because it literally won't see the
Oh
depot.
my god! I assume if you A move, they still attack it, right?
Yeah, and like it'll still show up on the mini map, but like if they're just looking around,
That's
they won't
still pretty
see it.
amazing. That's still pretty amazing. Honestly, I didn't even know about that. Man, all these bugs I never knew about back when I was playing 1.16. Now I will never be able to exploit. I'm so sad.
Well, I don't even know if it's a bug. I think it's just like when the animation triggers.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah.
Man, I'm concerned that Justice not putting any turrets on the very edge here. There's a Goliath here, which is okay. But it just seems like a glaring weak spot. And honestly, when you're coming in for a drop, you're most likely to be coming on that angle. Now, the dropship's building up back here. How many we got? Is it just 2, 3? Honestly, Otto's doing the exact same thing, except with a third base, which I like. And this time, Justice is the one sitting back and not taking bases. Okay, if he just makes a turret here, I'd be happy. So many Goliaths here, and you're probably going to dissuade him from trying with that, what do you call it? Barracks up there. I was trying to turn off the production tab, but I failed, utterly. Yeah, it's interesting that you have so much dead ground here that you can absolutely just have your buildings here all the time.
Yeah, there's basically no way to take him out without a rave. Look at this. Otto is up to 4 bases now with this one going up here.
Well, he's using the threat of drops just to expand, and Justice not moving out on the map at all. Scarred from game 1. Honestly, Otto like kind of showing the power of fear here. Scans go down. I think they were Otto's scans. No? Oh, they were Justice's scans. He scanned his 6 o'clock base. He's going to start moving out. Realizes now that Justice is actually expanding, and there's more than adequate drop defense at home. So you're going to head out here. And, you know, not much to stop him. This one Vulture and Mine not going to be enough, I don't think.
Almost, but not quite.
I don't know if I'd say almost, but look at this. These tanks are in position. Honestly, Otto with great positions here. I don't see Justice getting into either of them. Now, Justice can get the kind of contain on the map. Oh my gosh, I need to stop donating units. Justice can secure this middle, or like just siege near Otto's lines, and he has a great position on the map, but he needs to capitalize on it and get bases of his own. Otherwise, Otto is going to pull ahead economically here, and like, never mind how defend his main is, just having all these drops means he can hit positions on the map so much more strongly, and if you have an economic advantage, you can leverage it like that, you can crush positions and win the game pretty quickly. Because, you know, all else being equal, attacking isn't necessarily always the best idea, because you're just going to be inefficient, but when you're ahead, and you have the dropships to make it not too bad, you really can just push forward. And Otto with a really nice defensive setup here. Alright, looks like Justin's going to just set up some tank lines, which I approve. Now, the thing is, this third Otto took is a mineral only, so it's not necessarily that important. At least not in this phase of the game. So, honestly, Justice isn't doing too bad, just taking this gas base only. I think it's okay. Later you can take the top right main or whatever. And look at that. Dropship's coming out for Justice now. Turnabout is fair play, as they say. Wait, where are Otto's dropships? Oh, they're in the natural.
Yeah, they're on the natural, but no, there's nothing in them just yet. I feel like I think Otto must be waiting for some kind of big mistake from Justice to try to do a drop.
Yeah, or just getting, you know, all their units up so they have a big force. I mean, I think Otto's perfectly content on these 4 bases right now.
Yeah.
You know, the longer the game goes, you are going to need to take some space on the map, but it's not like this is particularly strongly held right now. I mean, look how many tanks Otto has down in the 6 o'clock. He could easily break out and like even take the center with those, say, so I think positionally he's doing okay for now. Now, the question is, what is Justice going to do with this dropship? It's kind of just hanging at the 12 right now. There's not really much drop defense for Otto other than a few turrets here and there, compared to Justice with like these Goliaths and stuff everywhere. So, I don't know, maybe Justice can turn the tables, do some good drops himself? Look at this SCV count. Both players, you know, getting up there. Almost 70.
What is the, like, ideal count to stop at in
That's who you
TBT?
ask, because we have players like Sharp who don't really go above 60 and still go toe-to-toe. But, like, say Flash, you know, probably goes to, like, 70. But it depends, like, how many bases you have later in the game. You know, you sacrifice some even before things are getting mined out, so it's tricky, but definitely like at least 60 to 65, and 70 I think is fine. Now, if they get up to like 75, I might start questioning it, but you know, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, so I can't really talk, because I always hit like 90 or even 100. I'm terrible, I just don't even make them. But that's kind of alright in TBT, because you can send them to attack, and they're not the worst unit in the world. They only cost minerals, not gas, so You can make it work sometimes. Neither player really making a move here. Oh, I say that, but then I immediately look and Otto's sneaking around the side.
Oh, the drops. Yeah.
The sneaky
Dude,
drops.
Yeah, they are shift queued around the very edge of the map. Like, they would not want to be caught anywhere.
But I don't know, Justice has enough defense at the 12 o'clock. The science facility going to spot them, I think. So, I mean, I don't think this is necessarily going to do anything. The only thing I would say is, you know, Otto is securing the bottom right while this is going on, while Justice sitting back on these 3 bases, not really making any moves here. White players, I think, not really sure how to proceed. Yeah, I think if he tries to drop this 12 o'clock, it's probably going to be a disaster. Look at that, he's going to see it.
A ton of turrets.
Yeah. Oh my god, even building more. Anticipated perfectly what he's going to do. Does Otto know it? Oh, he scans. Well, if he looks at what he's scanning, he'll go somewhere else, and I think he will. Yeah, it's a smart move to scan and then think, okay, you know what? Maybe I won't drop that particular location. Gonna come around the side here, though. Oh, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. Yeah, there's tanks in the back even. No, this is not a good idea. This is going to be cleaned up by Justice so easily. And the dropships all dying as well. The tanks all getting obliterated. Disaster for Otto here. Why scan if you're going to drop anyway? That's my question. Because you scan it, you see it's so well defended. That's when you say to yourself, okay, I'm just going to drop somewhere else. Like maybe you even just contain it or something, or you just go home, or anything but drop on the highly defended position.
Too late now.
Yes, it is.
You're committed. You can't just go back.
They had their orders from headquarters and they couldn't get in contact to change them. So
exactly.
It was this or, you know, treason. Yeah, Justice pretty well ahead in supply here. 30 ahead in supply. Did he scan the base just there? No, he scans the 3 o'clock. I'm maybe assuming the bottom right is taken. I'd really like to see Otto take the top right, though. I mean, sorry, Justice take the top right. If Otto takes the top right, he's probably winning the game. But yeah, Justice really slowing down the pace of expansion here. Now, is +2 done here? +2 is finished for Justice.
And for Otto as well.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Okay, he gives a little force. I mean, Otto very strongly defended this whole area, so Justice probably not going to get in there. But then again, there's nothing stopping drops from coming into this bottom right.
And they are headed down here. They're not all full. I think at least one of them.
Well, you only need like 4 or 5 tanks here to hold this ramp. And I assume he has that. I'm not bothering to go in the units tab right now, just so you know. And look at that, you can drop here on the high ground, and it becomes so hard to break this. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you run past the Goliaths.
Whoa.
Why would you drop on the low ground?
No.
Oh, even tanks up there doing a lot of damage too. Needs to pull back and siege. The Vulture's getting baited in. Not the best drop for Justice. I mean, it does contain this top bottom right for now, forcing Otto to break those 3 tanks. But 3 tanks on low ground aren't going to do much. It looks like Justice thinking of being aggressive here, bringing up some more tanks, but there's so many tanks there for Otto. Well, that's a big force for Justice. I love that his name is Justice, so I'm like, oh, it's a force for Justice. Justice will win this day. But no, Justice is losing right now. This is not how you do it. And look how many units Otto has here. These 3 tanks have no chance of holding this back.
Yeah, I think you're right. Just putting it on the high ground would be so much better. As it is, the vultures are going to lay these mines.
Didn't even need to use the tanks.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Justice didn't lose his dropships or anything, so it could have been worse.
Yeah,
not getting anything done there. It's not the move you need. Another base finally going down here. Well, you know, the same game 1 will go to Battle Cruisers. The way both players are playing now, I feel like there's not that much offensive potential. Like, they're not executing very good attacks, so I wouldn't be surprised if this game stalemates out to Battle Cruisers. Because both players really just sitting back.
Yeah, and Otto is, like, so locked down here. Like, not really trying to, like, control the map at all. Just clogging all of the entrances with so many siege tanks.
At the end of the day, if Justice secures this 3 o'clock, though, he is going to have more bases. Let alone the center. I didn't even think of the center. So I feel like Otto does have to do something, though. And, you know, he's almost maxed. I wouldn't mind just seeing him try and, like, break on the ground either side. Where are his dropships, anyway? Oh, they all died, didn't they? Did he make them?
Yeah, they all died. I think they've been remade. There's only 1 starboard, so it would take a long time.
Yeah, well, fair enough. I'm not saying he needs them necessarily. And look at this. Now, Justice is setting up a good spread, cutting off both halves of the map. It's looking a lot stronger now. But I still think Otto, if he concentrated his force, could break any one location and then take another base. You know, get some turrets up in this bottom right so you can leave any units there. That kind of thing. Now, look at that. There's the physics lab as predicted for Otto in the bottom left here. Now, he doesn't have that much gas. Justice does have a lot more, but Justice not really looking like going for any air units yet. So, unless Justice can do something on the ground in the window it takes for these battle cruisers to get operational, then I think Otto's going to have a good time with them, to be honest. See, this is one time I'm not objecting to going battle cruisers, because as we can see, Justice has locked down every avenue on the map. Now, you could argue that no location is defended strongly. Otto could absolutely break through on the ground, but, you know, at least there is, like, a reason to go battle cruisers in this scenario. Every location, you know, is going to be a risk. So if you're happy with the base you have, which, you know, again, you could argue you probably shouldn't be, you know, you just build those up and then start punching through. Thing is, Justice is going to be way ahead economically here, especially with how many SCVs he's got. Already the bank he's got comparatively. Now, there's scans going out everywhere. I think it's mostly auto scanning. Scans bases which haven't been taken. So I don't think Justice knows about the battle cruisers yet. He did not scan them. Now, the question is, are you going to fit all these starports in the bottom right? The answer is yes. As soon as I ask it, the SCVs are coming off to do that job. More turrets going to be built here as well, I assume. That's the thing. Justice still has these dropships trying to make something happen, potentially. That every location is fairly well locked down, like you've said.
Yeah, it
Man, Otto is scanning so much more.
Ooh, I just give up on trying to figure out where the scans are. Oh, you found them? Who did? Who scanned whose starports?
Justice scanned auto starports in the bottom right. He does not see the physics lab.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, it is hard to commentate this late TBT, but I think it's just a matter of we have to wait and see, and whether Justice kind of A, figures out his battle cruisers, and B, what he does about it. Because if he does sit and do nothing, Otto will win the game eventually. You know, if he's built up a lot of battle cruisers, there's not really much your opponent can do. Well, he's going to try and do a little attack here, but Goliath's alone not going to do the job. Attacking with half your army is not a way to do it. But then again, he does need to free some supply. Although you could argue sacrificing SCVs might be better here. Well, look at this. That's a lot of tanks coming up. If he can both break through and free up supply, that's a win-win, and he can take this base as well. Well, I mean, it looks like Justice barely holding here, but on the verge of breaking through. This is what I was saying earlier. I would like to see Otto try and break through on the ground, because he could have done that like 5 minutes ago and been very successful. But now he's kind of delaying a lot by getting these battle cruisers. When am I hearing explosions? I'll same place. But yeah, Justice is kind of just, you know, working on his retirement fund right now. I'm not really sure what his play is here.
Yeah, I'm worried that it's Otto that's the one going for the BCs, because I feel like it should be Justice going for BCs in this situation, right? Like, more gas, like, can't really attack into Otto.
Well, I don't necessarily agree. It depends. I think Justice should be completely reactive in this scenario. Oh man, see these tanks in the center like I was talking about? There's only 2 here, but imagine there's like 6 here. It would be so painful to try and move these armies across, and this is doing enough damage. We can see where the center is so valuable. Look, if I was in Justice's scenario, you'd say, okay, I have more bases than them. If I just sit, I will win. So let's see what they're doing. If they're going BC, then yeah, you better match it with your own BC to deal with that, or Brace, or whatever you're going to do. If they're going drop, for example, you just want to make lots of ground units, lots of turrets, and just sit and defend every location, you know. So I think it would make the most sense for Justice to react to what his opponent's doing. But he is not doing that, absolutely. He's not really doing much of anything. He is just sitting on his location. Now here we see some starports coming up, a physics lab, so Justice is going BC. He's going to be a bit behind his opponent in the count. Maybe not critically so. We'll see. There are some turrets, some Goliaths, maybe slow things down a bit. Needs to start mining from this 3 o'clock. This 3 o'clock should have the most SCVs, because you want to mine this out before your opponent can take it back. And the center still potentially to be taken as well. Were you asking me on this map the probability of BCs, or were you asking that on Silphid?
That was on this map.
Did I say 1 in 10 on this map?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I was saying I thought Otto would win or die, but little did I know he's the one going for the battle cruisers. I have misjudged. And you know what? He's got more starports up. He's got upgrades faster. It's looking good for Otto right now, but it may take another 10 minutes for anything to happen, I'm afraid.
Yeah, this is peak TVT right now.
What are the upgrades, Fuzzy? It's probably 2-1 for both. No, plus 3-2. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's... Yeah, 3-2.
Yeah. The ground upgrade is not going to matter that much in a BC versus BC game, though. If it was one player trying to use Goliaths, then of course it would be very important, but as it stands, it's going to be all about the air, and I believe already Otto's halfway through 1-1. See how many BC's done? I can look at there's one. Oh no, he's finished 1-1. He's working on 2-2, so that's a pretty good advantage here. Again, trying to attack a bit, freeing up some more supply. And you know, Justice probably like sweating bullets right now. Like if he doesn't need these units, damn, how is he doing? Look at that, he's actually going to get a tank for his trouble. Nice.
How do you think that these units feel when they're told to attack because they need more supply.
I can only assume that it's like, you know, they get shown something that's not real on their like helmet or something. It has like a video display that shows they're walking into like the dropship to take them home or something.
Yeah.
How else do you justify that this running in as their like teammates die?
Oh my god.
Okay, BC's coming up here. Where are the Goliaths for Justice? He needs to at least buy some time. Yamato is very slow, so if he had a few Goliaths, he could at least buy time for his own BCs. But there are none here. If Otto breaks through and takes this location, he'll have equal bases, and he'll just have more BCs. And I don't think... Well, Justice made an attack on the left I didn't even see, and I think he lost a lot of tanks, but at the same time, he didn't need to free up supply himself as well. And, you know, Otto is obliging and helping him with that. All these dropships not doing anything, I think Justice has forgotten about these dropships in the bottom right, and that could be a big deal.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and they are eating up quite a bit
It's
of
8
supply.
supply. Do they have
at
stuff
least,
in them?
Yeah.
Okay, at least they're
No.
empty, but
Yeah,
still.
yeah.
And look at this. Otto's just going to roll into this base. No problem. So many tanks rolling up there. It's a big problem for Justice here now. He does have plenty of other bases, but what defense does he have? What's stopping Otto from just rolling through the rest of the map?
Not a lot, which is weird because Justice is maxed out, but like there just doesn't seem to be that much army.
Well, we got 10
there's
supply
so
and
many
drop
tanks
ships.
that are and there's tanks that are siege to stop drops at like.
Oh, dude, in
every
his main,
base.
we still have like 10 supply worth of stuff hanging out to deal with that.
Oh,
85
yeah.
SCVs, another dropship up near the 12, 2 more dropships in the top right. Yeah, like you say, stuff to deal with drops in this top right main. Yeah, there's stuff everywhere. 3 battle cruisers in production. Definitely is an issue. Now, a couple more tanks are going to come out here, at least try and slow Otto down, or are they going to get caught? Oh my gosh. I mean, this is just too many tanks anyway. They just push through. Battlecruiser is getting hit hard by these turrets right now, though. Unfortunately, it's move commanding past them. That's big damage on that one battlecruiser. Not quite going to die.
Yeah.
But look at this. Otto doesn't even need the battlecruiser. He's just pushing through on the ground. Battlecruiser's just harassing.
Just destroying this mineral line right now.
If Justice loses this base, he loses his main production here. Slacking on that anyway right now. Not producing any battlecruisers at the moment. So this is dire straits for Justice right now. Now we can see his supplies dropping down a bit. Need to see him bring all these units across and try and bust back, because again, if he loses this base, he is in big trouble. He's finally producing some battle cruisers. 2-2 is done for Otto here.
Yeah.
Did I ever play again?
It has so much money.
Yeah.
I think we saw it in the production tab for Auto.
Yeah, both plays with huge banks. Oh my god. These turrets, oh thank god he's going to kill them.
Yeah.
I was going to say, these turrets could get so much value with this game, but look how many battlecruisers are out. This 9 battlecruisers already for Otto. I think he can just power through here, and 2 battlecruisers from Justice come down and show themselves. This might be a mistake, because it just gives Otto the option to go kill them. Oh, Yamato! Boom!
Oh, Yamato on
Nice.
BCs! Let's go!
Nicely done. Goliath's running in to fight the tanks. Justice leads the game. GG. Otto takes it 2-0. Only keeps a couple Yamatos to zerate your opponent. Demoralize, I should say. And that's going to be it for this cast. We did finish the cast on good night. Nice.
Nice.
Alright, well, thanks for joining me today, Coach-Pupil.
No problem, no problem.
Thanks to everyone in chat joining me. You know I'm going to pick the group with 2 TVTs.
Of course. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I expected.
Alright, and I will say we're not planning a replacement match of the week for S8 tomorrow, but I may be doing a community cast tomorrow. I've got to plug myself, very important.
Cool.
So keep tuned for that in the CPL announcements. There may be a cast tomorrow, so that'll be exciting.
Nice.
Alright, goodbye everyone.